Yay.
Yay!
We are live. We are live.
We're live.
We live.
And alive. Good night, Freddie told me.
Everybody is
Oh my
fly.
god, does the ship only have 50 hit points? Oh no.
What? You have what?
Which ship are you looking at?
I thought you said
I'm
you had
going-
50
I
hit
don't-
points, and I was like,
It's just the
I
first
think
hit
it's
points thing that came up.
The helm. The helm has
The
50.
That we have.
So each thing has. Oh, the sails have it. Okay,
the
got you.
sailing-
Got you. That
the
makes more
sailing
sense.
ship Has 300 hit points.
I was gonna say like
I was gonna say,
50 hit
I was
points.
like 50.
I would love
And
50
then
hit points.
I was like, yeah, got you. I was literally like, we're gonna get one one attack and we'll be fucking capsized. I was like, that's not enough. That's double more than I have currently, and Cass is a weak bag of flesh.
Yes. Okay, are you ready? So, obviously, last game we did a little stopover in Brohad, where we learnt more about the zombie infestation and, in fact, about Cass and her family. We also went back to investigate their whereabouts, and we found out, that the mine which kind of propped up Brohad as a town was inundated by zombies and perhaps other creatures. And so, with that in mind, we leave Brohad a little bit more clued into the state of things than we were before, and some of us gaining more like stealing some fancy little carving equipment, which you should add into your inventory, George.
Yeah, doing so now.
Lovely. Let's get this music on. Oh. I don't want to do anything smarter. I just want to put on peaceful pirate ambiance. Okay. And so as well, we go back to the ship, flying back over Fang, seeing some of the devastation there, and landing, forgetting about it immediately and having a party.
Mhm.
It's a great time. Lots of alcohol is enjoyed. Lots of kissing does happen. Even Bluey has a little tryst. Tryst. But late into the night, interrupting the festivities, you are awoken by the presence of another ship.
can I clarify?
Yes.
Is the pirate thing happening in the early morning, or
Early morning.
so is it dark?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Lala, it's gonna come out. Calm.
Fine, it's fine. Most of us have dark vision. R.I.P. Sparks.
Alright, it is dark, yes. And as I said, lots of you are awoken by the sloshing of water against the hull, the shake of the ship, and the presence of something else. Ulster offering to fly over to investigate. The rest of you man the hull.
Very nice of me.
Man the sails, and begin to maneuver so that you are in a more advantageous position, trying to outrun the pirates. Luran lets off a illusion, trying to disguise the Valentine as a fellow pirate ship, but whether that works or not, it is yet to be seen.
I didn't realise he did that. That must have cut out when you said that.
Oh, sorry.
I remember that because I remember thinking, Sparks is going to try and act more like a pirate, and it might not work.
I see.
That might be another way for you guys to avoid major combat if you want to try. But Ulster flies over, assesses the scene, sees Edge, lands on the rigging, I'm going to say, transforms back into himself, basically flips them off, transforms into a shark, jumps into the sea, at which point, forthwith, all of the semi-aquatic crew, including 3 Sahwagin, pursue him. The 3 Sahwagin get him in a net, and he is now trapped.
Well, he's still going.
He's trapped.
Who was it who said to me it was a good idea?
Well, I didn't realise what you were doing.
No, you said to me after the game it was a good idea.
It was fun.
It was a fun idea. Was it technically a good idea? We will
You
have
stopped
to
them
see.
from going after you guys. You just like, hello, come after me instead.
When does that ever work? Obviously, we're going to go there and get you.
Yeah, well, Ulster doesn't know that historically that hasn't worked. This is baby Ulster.
Baby.
He never learns.
He doesn't ever
I've
learn.
decided for fun to put on the Assassin's Creed Black Flag epic music mix.
Epic music mix.
Epic. Douche, 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 douche.
Now I'm just hearing Sandstorm in my head.
Okay, so starting the game. You guys look out onto the water. It is dark, but with most of you having dark vision, you can see in kind of like muted grey tones this interaction. Also transforming, jumping into the water, and then all the Sahwagin jumping after him. You're manoeuvring, Cass, you and the crew deciding to make a break for it, not going to retreat and hold down the cove, but to go along the coast and see if you can't outrun the sailing ship if they're going to confront you at all. But in this moment, you have a chance to look at each other and discuss what the hell are you guys going to do, considering you've just seen Ulster throw himself off the boat.
He'll be fine. He'll get back to you.
Edge recognizes all of us, doesn't she?
No,
Well,
we're
she would.
disguised.
Oh.
That's because now I understand why Luran was like, disguise yourselves. So we're
Yeah.
actually disguised.
So
Because
yeah,
I didn't, I missed the illusion
giving you
bit.
guys the opportunity to wear, like, put on, like, just obscuring clothing. So for the purposes of this, Edge will have to make a investigation check to see through your disguises, so long as they're, you know, like reasonably okay.
Okay. Maybe
Cass-
we could.
Okay. Oh, go on, sorry.
Maybe we could pretend we're trying to capture him because we're pirates.
I did think that. But then we weren't very good that he escaped and literally flew onto the boat and was like, yo. So either way, we have to go get him. So unless Luran is just going to get him and we just sail off. And Luran just said, well, no. No. We have to go. Right.
You hear, like, in
your
the distance, around on the carpet, like, you what?
It's like, well, you never know. I don't think that trick would hold very long, but we could try it. But either way, it's whether we're a rival pirate ship trying to take him or ourselves trying to take him, I'm not sure it would really make a difference because they'll still try and sink us. But we can try the lie because I love lying, and what difference does it make? Potentially, yeah. So fuck it. Everyone, find your positions.
Enough to get us close to do some real damage.
What we could is there some? Can someone create a bit of a fog? Can I create a bit of a fog? Let's have a look. Hang on.
What are you trying to create?
I'm trying to like obscure. They're distracted. They're not focusing on us. So I want to be able to like kind of sneak up and then like bomb them. Like, yeah, attack them. That's what I want to do, but I don't know if I'm just seeing if I can do that.
I can't do anything like that right now.
Whilst they're doing this, can I be trying to get out of the net?
Yes. Whilst you guys are looking into this, we're going to just quickly jump over back to the other ship. Ulster, 3 Sahwagin. You are restrained and you are a shark.
Yeah.
Now, you can breathe underwater, so we're not going to have to worry about that. However, you will need to make me a strength saving throw in order to try and bite through.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. Okay. You manage just a couple, just 10 seconds of just feral thrashing, biting. You manage to make a hole in the net large enough just to get you through, and you are met on the other side by 3 Sahwagin. I need you to roll me what do you call it? You know what I mean. Initiative.
I'm
going to get some dice on here.
Okay, hold on. Let me get those shark stats up.
While you're doing that, Emma, quickly, would enlarge reduce work on either our ships?
Interesting. Let me have
I have no wind. But I haven't sorted my second level
19
spell slots out yet. So I could take enlarge or reduce potentially. There's also Dust Devil, does that?
No. I have something. I can mention it after this little bit of combat's resolved. Or I could mention it now.
Okay, yes, you could. I will say, however, that this is going to cause a slight logistical issue, which is the ship will get smaller, but everything on the ship and all the people on the ship will remain the same size. Because the ship is an object.
Yeah, no.
You could do it on the enemy ship, though.
Yeah. No. That's fine. I was just thinking that it will make it easier to attack them and unsettle them or I can make our ship massive, so to rival theirs. So
it's already gargantuan. I don't know how you can get bigger than that, but we will see. I'm sure it can always be bigger.
What, our ship? The Valentine?
Valentine? Yeah.
Is it a really big ship? I thought it was smaller than their ship.
It is smaller than their ship, that's true.
So it could get bigger.
It could get bigger, you're right. Okay, do you want to make it bigger or smaller?
I haven't decided yet. I'm just keeping that spell to my shelf right now. And then I will do it as we get closer.
Ulster, what did you roll?
19.
Okay, you're going to go first, and the others are going to act in a row.
If they're still alive.
I haven't got my dice out. I was just too excited.
So, what would you like to do?
I would like... Hold on. I'd like to bite...
You're actually bite. There are 3. You can bite 1 or 2.
Actually, can I make a break for it?
You can, yeah.
Oh yeah, then I'm gonna make a break for it.
Okay, so how
80 feet.
You're gonna dash?
Yeah.
And you dash 80 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, so you make it halfway back to the ship.
No, I'm not going towards the ship. I'm going away from the ship.
Okay, you make it. You're in open ocean.
Yeah, I'm trying to get them away from the Valentine.
Okay, cool. You are in open ocean. You dash until you cannot see anything around you except water.
I breach the surface to make sure Edge knows where I am.
Nice. You reach the surface and there's this little shark head going like...
You know the shark that comes up like...
Water flicks off of your nose and it looks you're worth it.
You're worth it.
Identicals? Worth it.
Okay, then the first one is going to swim after you, break up from the surface to kind of look for you because obviously it's very dark. Seeing you over, just boop your snoot out of the water, and it's going to aim and attack at you with its spear.
No!
That's going to miss, I'm pretty sure. 7?
No.
Cool. The next one is going to follow suit and do the same. 12.
Let me check. Beats it.
Okay. Actually, no, sorry, it's 11.
No.
Okay. The third one is not going to try and attack. Instead, it's going to dash so that it's right beside you
Go.
with its action. So that it doesn't let you run away. Okay,
Could do this all night, boys.
back on the ship. Sparks, Astra, what are you going to do?
Oh,
You see also break the surface.
I
2 spears
do have fog
attacking
cloud.
you. Okay. Sparks?
I have the dust of sneezing and choking. It's only 30 feet area of effect, but if we get close enough, like they might be able to see us, but I don't know if they have weak constitution, then they'll be like,
I think in order to
also-
use... Yeah?
Sorry, is that me or Anna going?
You go, you go.
Okay. I've also, I was looking in the wrong one. I do have fog cloud, but it's a first level spell. So I can create a fog. But my thoughts are, I'm not sure I want to, because it's obviously it's not gonna. Hello.
You didn't send me that thing you were
I did.
email.
I did.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just sneezing.
It's not going to be able to move. My thoughts are the fog. So there's no point casting it on us currently because then we'll move and we'll just emerge. But what I'm thinking is it's got quite a large range. How far away are we from the other ship currently?
I'd say you're about 90 feet from the other ship.
Perfect. I was thinking of casting it sort of like just behind the ship, not on the ship, because then they'll be like, what's going on? But they're all facing away from us. So I'm going to put it behind them, cast it behind them, and then we're going to come up through it so they can't see us approaching. Is my thought.
Okay, cool.
So
So you're casting that. At the moment, I'm going to just put it that this is what's happening. Is they're moving at a measured pace. They're not rushing anywhere because they have the Sahwagen and they have what you can see before you set off that fog cloud again is a large crossbow-like piece of equipment which has 4 bolts. In each bolt is sort of connected to a net which gets launched, and that's what catches. That's what caught Ulster previously, and they seem to be focusing their efforts on that at the moment. However, you guys, has fallen asleep. Oh,
out. Good
is that
girl.
Doris here?
It is, but she can't really stay in my room because she'll end up getting
She's
anxious.
opened and closed that door herself.
Yeah, you've seen this happen many times. We've been doing this long
It's
enough.
crazy. Every
Doesn't get
single
old.
time.
Doesn't get old.
Doesn't get old.
Yeah, she can't stay in here. She's got a bad
Almost at
tummy at the
18
minute.
minutes. I love the timestamps. Okay, so
Thank you, Anna.
let's get properly into it now.
Raz, I need to put you back down.
As you guys are making these decisions, you hear carried over, like through a foghorn, Edge's voice calling out. Make yourselves known, friend or foe. And that's it.
To us.
To you.
Right, I guess it's like deception. Cass is going to look around at the crew and make sure that everyone's disguises are kind of a bit better.
Yeah. And as that kind of calls out as well, each of you in your minds just hear Luran's voice saying, if it all goes to shit, I'm waiting.
Do I get that too?
You do, yes. Cass, you know that to mean that he is ready to rain down hellfire just if you guys need an easy out.
Cass is going to clear her throat and go, friend!
Friend! And well met!
Your crew
Hello!
hello, raises a flag, to mean like ally. And
You all start singing yo ho yo
the pirate's
life for me.
Would be
At which point Edge says again, if you're an ally, why are you running?
You're scary.
We're not
this
running,
time-
we're actually going towards them.
Actually, we're sailing. Crazy. Yeah.
Gotcha.
We're not running.
Also is okay. Sorry, I think I misunderstood. I think I see what you mean. Yes. Edge then would say, "Oh, right, yeah."
We're not actually.
Come over, make yourselves known. And this time you can see her climbed halfway up the rigging. And just as she says that, she lowers her hand, and that crossbow launches again. Also,
Yeah.
Oh.
I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
shit.
Okay. What's the save?
12?
So I don't think I'm
Not gonna make a 12?
11.
Oh. Okay. Because the net would have missed. You get an opportunity to try and escape it. But because because you're in. Well, it doesn't matter.
What's the range on the net?
120.
Damn it! But wait, wasn't I 160 feet away?
You were.
Because I dashed both of my turns.
You only had one turn. You went 80 feet.
Okay.
So,
I accept this.
A small note.
you are caught once more in the net. But the Sahuagin is also caught with you.
Haha!
Ha!
Ah.
Would you like to also-
Munch, bitch.
Would
Yeah.
you like a moment to take an action against this Sahuagin?
You said the Sahagwin had a spear, right?
Mhm.
Can I grab the Sahagwin in my mouth and use him to tear open the net?
Okay. Okay. So I think that's going to be a bite action.
Yep. Oh, high. It's high. Hold on. 22.
Hi.
Oh my god, you kill him in one bite. That's how many HP they have.
No, that's not HP. That's to hit.
Oh, sick. Okay, yes, that hits.
Okay, yes. I would like to use him against the net.
Okay, can you roll damage first?
Yep.
You don't need him alive.
9 points of damage.
9 points. He's bleeding. And it's not good. The blood is in the water. And
Blood in the water.
being a shark, you're like,
You're like, oh, good soup.
I actually have a shark sea elf character who can go into a blood frenzy. This would be the perfect opportunity. It's fine.
It's like from Finding Nemo, the vegetarian shark.
Ooh, that's good.
Delicious.
Yeah. So you bite him, and you nice.
You hear wailing.
You hear a wailing. Ah! And there's like a kind of ripping noise. It's going to take a little bit of time, but for the moment, because you appear to be caught, Edge's ship slows down its pursuit, giving you guys a chance to come over if you wish to.
Just a small note, as we are disguised, Astra is also using Alter Self to completely become a different person.
Yeah,
Nice.
same with Cass.
Beautiful.
Good
Cass.
on them.
Looks like a nice elf.
So, Cass, the etiquette with myself, the etiquette with these things is to stop around like a decent distance away that you can either talk from deck to deck, or you can get on a smaller boat and board their vessel.
Okay.
You prefer.
Cass will do it because she was going to come this way anyway. So before she does, she turns to the crew and she says, "Ready yourself for boarding or being boarded, and I'll need a skeleton crew to stay with the ship so that we can attack theirs."
Cool. So you say that, I think, probably to Ishan, and Ishan nods and takes around half the crew below deck to man the guns.
These guns?
These guns?
As he was saying.
I'm being blinded.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Leaving a few people on the top deck near the wheel, near the sails, letting you guys ostensibly go as ambassadors with perhaps a handful of other crew. I'm
not going in a small boat to theirs. We're doing a deck-to-deck chat.
Okay,
but I'm getting them ready for the fact that I might decide that we're going to go attack them and board their boat. But I'm not going in a little vessel over to them. Edge is too good, I know she's got magic, so she could see through disguises. So I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not. Nah.
So you see Edge,
King Basil is back.
standing on the edge of the boat. King Basil.
We demand your respect and fealty.
Indeed. You see, either side of her are some pretty feral-looking deckhands. One is what appears to be a Triton, with this kind of like semi-amphibious, like.
It appears to be what? Sorry, you cut
horns
out.
over his head, and like webbed hands and webbed feet. Wearing a very vicious-looking scimitar at his waist, and the other Triton, yeah. And the other is a sea elf,
A Triton
with kind of like with like grey hair and blue skin. No,
Arius has blonde hair.
blonde hair and blue skin. Arius,
Who knows?
Edge looks over at you all and says, "Last I heard, he was with Luran and his crew. I received sightings of Luran's ship coming down this way. And yet, I heard nothing about you."
Yeah. The Valentine? Yeah, we sank it.
Make a deception check, please.
We should.
Look how Edge is ignoring one of her men being shark attacked.
Yeah, she's not.
She's like,
Ooh, very good. That's 25.
She looks at you disbelievingly. You sank it. The Valentine.
Yes.
What did you do with its captain?
He's dead. He went down with a ship.
Luran, like,
Bitch. You killed Luran.
He was quite easy to kill, actually.
Make some inquiries.
But that little one was slipperier than we thought, pointing at the shark. So I think, as we're all friends here, Pirates Code and that shit, he was our Corey first. I lost some good men and one good woman taking down that Valentine, and I want that shark.
I want that shark.
As
Shark is mine.
Mom's Vesvald is here. I forgot about him. I won't lie. Mom's Vesvald comes.
Wait. Mum's Vesvald was. Wait. Was Mum's Vesvald with Edge at some point? Because I missed the whole.
No.
When did Mum's Vesvald come into the play?
We found him in the Temple of Bahamut.
We found him in the Temple of Bahamut.
Okay.
He's got amnesia. He has no idea who he is.
Classic.
Where he is.
So he could have been anywhere.
We shall go to Adelaide.
To Adelaide. Come on, join the Adelaide.
Okay, he's also,
parade.
I would say he's also disguised, and if I see him come up, I will like give Astra a look, like get
Okay,
rid of
wait,
it.
this is funny. Monster Sound has a
Like,
little
what?
nightcap on and comes up and is like, what?
What?
This is unfortunately not one of the men that I lost.
Hey.
I can give you him if you'd like.
Monster Sound looks at you, looks over at Edge, and says, I don't know if I want to go about scary.
Excuse me, miss, can we keep him? this is
Monster
Sparks'
Sound mouths, thank you.
Well,
And
you'll have to
Cass
look
rolls
after
her
him.
eyes.
Looks at you and then just says, is this your prisoner or your crewmate? Did he help you kill Luran or are you...
He's a crewmate, but
Leftover?
he did not help. He was a little bit of a hindrance, but it's fine. He knocked himself out quite soon after we started attacking. But anyway,
Monster Sound-
I thought we were getting distracted.
Monster Sound
sometimes
puts up
he
his
might
hand
call
and says,
himself a prisoner.
Killed Luran! You, Cass.
Cass is going to look at him with all the hatred of a captain who wants to chuck someone overboard, and is like, just says to him, get below deck before I slit your throat. And I'm going to roll intimidation.
Right, naturally. Oh god. He's already spooked, but yeah, sure, go for it.
I have a small thing to potentially give advantage is that Cass and Astra don't look like themselves. Like, so
Yeah.
Oh,
we look
shit!
like two
Oh,
random
yeah, you're
elves.
right.
And we're just
That's
like,
true.
yeah, we
Oh,
totally
that's true.
killed Luran.
Yeah.
And Sparks is like,
and-
shit, just go with it.
Yeah. Okay.
You're a pirate all along!
Sure,
I knew it!
26,
And
motherfucker.
Cass just send Venom over, with Bluey in between them looking all like saintly, but you know that you definitely know she's killed someone, sacrificed someone to Carmen Strand. And Monsters World just says, I'm gonna go put myself in the brig.
Yeah. Can I have gotten free of the net yet?
Okay, coming back to Ulster. Like the Little Mermaid, except you've got a dead or a dying salmon in your mouth. You drill it sentence again.
Chuck.
Splash. Edge look over and says, right, we have no time for this. Cut him off. And she jumps down from the rigging and goes to reload the crossbow.
Can I swim again?
Excuse me. I think you find he is ours.
Cut him off,
Yeah.
or neither of us will have him.
I'm gonna dive down.
I'm gonna dive down.
Instructing Cass to cut him off. Cut him
Yeah,
off.
cut off his escape.
I see. Okay. Cass is going to do that.
Okay, cool. So you
Because
start
she wants
maneuvering the
Diane
ship
back on
around.
board. So they can
You start
leave.
maneuvering the ship around to try and get an advantageous position on Ulster. Now, Ulster, you see these two ships just kind of like...
No. I go down.
You're going to dive deeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna. Can I see him just before he dives?
Oh yeah, you guys
Okay.
can see.
Then I'm gonna message him in his brain and be like, "Can you dive under our ship and come up on the other side and get on board?"
You just get a little salute emoji and you go.
I love that so much.
Ulster having a relatively fun time,
Whee!
other than the fact that he's been caught in nets twice and has a mouthful of blood. Just like
Num num num. He's got a nice hug arm in his back. He's like num num
nom 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 nom.
He's like, "Delicious! I love a little fish snack." La la.
Oh
Tastes
my
like
God.
tuna.
Can I really quickly diverge? Lily and I had the best vegetarian fish fillets last night for dinner.
Very
It was
good.
so good, and I could not tell the difference between like cod fillet and that fish. It was great. It was
good.
really good. Anyway, that's all. I just wanted to tell you guys that. I wanted to
Hey, if Ulza's a pescatarian, it's fine if he eats the sahagwan, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Bring him on board. We'll boil some oil and we'll make some calamari.
Oh, yum.
Yeah, Ulza's gonna swim around and
So you swim below before they can reload. You are still being pursued by 2 Sahwagin. Now, I'm going to tell the crew above deck, if you attack the Sahwagin, your truce with Edge is going to be off the cards because they are part of her crew. So all stand?
Yeah. Can I try and bite them under the ship to death?
Sure. Now they are still a bit behind you. They're 40 feet of swimming.
Okay.
But in the
She could hover under our ship though, and then be like munch munch.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to go quite deep, wait for them, and then attack them.
I know. If you attack them, it's fine.
Yeah.
If you guys attack them, then we're going to have some questions.
Oh no, Cass is keeping up this ruse, but she is going to tell Ishan to get the guns ready.
No problemo. So,
you just see blood rising in the water.
Astra's hostile intent is only for Edge right now, so.
This is Sparks' disguise.
I love Sparks. I just love
I'm
this
totally
whole game.
new
This
person.
is amazing.
wonderful.
Do I have to make attacks to attack them?
So here's the first thing that's going to happen is you're going to attack them, and then they will attack you.
Do I get a surprise round because they weren't expecting me?
No, because they are pursuing you.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
The first attack is a
Nice
20.
try though.
There's 20. Yeah, that hits.
The second one is a 18.
18 to Adelaide. Both of those will hit. So I love this thing. My bike is at Cambridge North. I don't get it.
One of them gets 9 damage and one of them gets 6.
Okay, so both of the Sahwag, all of the Sahwagin are quite equally injured at this point. There is plenty of blood in the water.
I rip some parts of them off
Indeed. Right.
and circle. Are there any other sharks? No.
Next up, they are going to make multi-attacks against you. So.
I'm going to start drowning if I turn back here.
Oh no! Underneath the. Oh my god, that reminds me of Into the Drowning Deep when she swims under the boat.
That was so stressful.
I was so stressed. Anyway. Okay, so. All stare.
Yeah.
17.
Yes.
Okay. 20. And. Okay, natural 20. So. 3 out of those 4 hit from the 2 different Sahwagin.
Okay.
The first one is going to get you for 5 points of slashing damage as it messes with its bite, just kind of biting right next to you, kind of thrash to the side. It bites down on the spear shaft that's being held in the hand, but then it's kind of like swipes with one of its fins, and you get like a cleave across your waist.
Okay.
Next is I should roll that again just in case it's a natural 20. It's not, but it's still really good. Next, the second Sahwagin, now that you're bleeding, advantage on all of its attacks, comes to bite you. Hits gives you 5 points of damage.
Yeah.
And reeling from the pain of that hit in quick succession with the claws, you leave yourself vulnerable as it viciously just carves from beneath your gills and pulls upwards,
Ow!
ripping the skin of the shark over one side of your cheek, right up to the place where your jaw meets.
Lovely.
And that's going to be
Lily,
9 points of damage.
could you restart your camera for me, because I think you're
Me or Lily?
no you're in time. Lily's behind. If you
Oh, cutie.
Do.
That's better. You're back.
That's
You're
better.
back.
Yay!
Are they going to do any other hits because I'm very low?
No,
Okay.
that's all they can do. Bleeding in the water.
Okay.
Yeah, in your mind, Luran, Ulster,
Mhm.
Luran saying to you, get out of the water.
Okay.
It's about to get really hot in there.
Well, I'm going to swim up to the surface.
Okay, so you swim up on the other side.
But on the other side of the ship,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, and you're gonna, and then Cass is going to like help. Like we're gonna have to sneakily get you on board. But
now
while
you're occupying
that's
edge.
happening,
Now you're occupying edge.
Can I try and launch myself out of the water to grab onto the side of the ship?
You can try. You can try and bite onto one of the ladders if you want to.
If I breach the surface, I could probably throw myself against the ship and hold on.
There's going to have to be
Yeah,
a
check.
group stealth or deception check to try and keep her looking away and ignoring this situation, because if
Cass
her
was
sole
going
target
to-
is follow Ulster under the boat, she's going to be very suspicious. So I want you guys
Can
to
you see them this
treat
deep,
this. I want you guys to treat this as a skill check. Ulster, you've already done what you need to do.
Do they get an opportunity attack when I leave?
Yes, but don't worry. Well, let me finish talking, then I will. Your skill check is going to be getting out of the water. That's what you need to do. But you three, you can describe to me an action that you're going to take to convince Edge of this lie that Ulster has run off in that direction. So, Astra, do you want to go first?
I feel like Astra would be more like attempting to just like back up whatever like Cass is saying.
You don't have the only thing I'll say is that you guys don't have a time to confer. This isn't a sequential thing. You're going to be doing something simultaneously. So without Cass's sort of input, what would Astra's instinct be in this moment to kind of like, if she had to take an action?
I need to check something with you before after this.
Yeah.
Just to clarify the situation, it's trying to occupy Edge while Ulster is swimming under the boat to kind of try and convince her to look either elsewhere or...
Yeah, exactly.
Can I roll like a sleight of hand or something to try and do some sneaky casting?
Of course you can.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
That is a natural 20.
Stunning. See, this is why I asked, because I just knew you were going to serve those amazing rolls.
So I would like to sneaky cast Thaumaturgy to kind of
Beautiful.
bring about the sounds of like a storm approaching.
Ooh,
Cool,
cool.
cool.
And if I could like, I don't know, put some sort of like illusion into that magic of like prestidigitation, combining prestidigitation and thaumaturgy to kind of create this like almost like darkening of the area around us. Like pulling the light down even further, or like putting like little pops of like almost electricity into the air to look like lightning.
Oh.
Okay, cool. I love it. And that's definitely something that you guys could all contribute to as well if you wanted to. Astra, taking this kind of moment to center yourself, sort of bringing your hand just into your clothing behind your back, you just turn and there is this rumble of thunder just behind Edge's ship, and just in the distance, or is it just because you can only do it in a very small, like localized area? You see these like little splashes of lightning just kind of like begin to crackle through the clouds. And one of Edge's crewmates calls, "Secure the deck! There's a storm approaching." And it's pretty convincing. Edge instinctively looking in that direction. Sparks, what do you want to do?
Oh, yes, zap him. Zap him! that's what she will say.
As in, like,
I
Zap him! That's so funny.
About-
Ulster.
About Ulster,
Zap
yeah.
the big
About Ulster.
This is okay. Can I just say, you with that like cloak on makes me think that you're like evil Bluey. You're like zap him.
Palpatine.
Cool. Amazing. Yeah. Okay. So I want you to make me performance or a deception check to kind of play off this role of being a feral little herald of the storm.
With advantage.
With advantage, of course, because of the storm.
Holy shit! Okay,
Zap him!
I think I think I'll go deception. They're the same stat. Changing it. Okay,
Zap him.
so
Zap him. Zap him.
inspiration from the DM.
Indeed.
Can I use that now? Does that mean I roll a third die and it's
Inspiration
highest
from the
of that?
DM I put as advantage. But you can roll a
Oh wait,
you can
no, I
use
already
it
used
if
it.
your rolls aren't sufficient. So
I already
roll
used it.
Okay, cool.
It's really low. It's 5.
Okay.
Oh no.
Your heart isn't in it.
Zap him!
Yay!
Yeah!
Yeah.
Rather than making this situation worse, I'm just going to say that Edge just to kind of
He's like, what?
was like, what? I mean, okay, crazy.
Who the fuck
Very
is
crazy,
this?
okay.
Yeah.
Cass, is there anything you would like to do to add to the
Yeah, Cass is going to sort of slightly lean over the edge of the boat as if she's looking down. She's going to act like she's very frustrated, and she's going to look up at Edge and be like, "You better not have cost me my prize."
Mm-hmm. 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 Edge like turns around and you can see her teeth are bared, and she just says, "Your prize."
Yes,
See about that.
you
Who do
just
you work
couldn't have
for?
done it.
Who
I
do
work
you
for myself.
Right. What are your intentions with it?
It!
Oh, you're out of sync again, Lils. I don't know what's happening.
It's probably because I'm on the
Browser.
online one.
What are your intentions with it?
Well, sell it to the highest bidder, of course.
She looks over at you all. She looks back at the storm. Huh. All right. How much? I'll buy him off you.
How much, Emma? How much would Ulster be worth?
I think you've seen.
What the price of that booty? Go on, go on.
I think his booty is worth.
But just the booty.
Luran steps in with a bidding panel. Hi.
Just the booty.
You know that Cruel would have put in quite a high bid. This. Well, obviously you don't know it's Cruel, but like you know that whoever wants him would have put in quite a high bid for this. Sorry, we slipped into the other campaign for a brief moment there. So I think for these purposes, I would say 50,000 gold.
50,000. Wow. Okay, Cass isn't stupid. She doesn't know exactly, like, she's not entirely sure why everyone wants him so bad. Because she's like,
Is it not obvious?
He's cute but annoying. But anyway. But she knows that he is an actual prince. And I think that's something that she could have found out easily. And so she knows that a prince is going to be worth a lot. She was like, I know he's royalty. I know we could probably get quite a good ransom from the royalty comes from. I'm sure they'd pay handsomely.
Those guys.
I'll be fair.
Kill you.
40,000.
Fun.
Get the guy from the brig. We're sending him across to go get the money.
You're gonna get Mom's Val.
Yes.
I mean, I'd probably sell Ulster for that much as well, not gonna lie.
Right, okay. So,
You can't tell me Luran's not tempted.
Cass isn't actually selling him. She's currently rescuing him on the other side of the boat, but she wants, like, if she can get a paycheck and get rid of Mum's Vesterveld and still keep Brian, it's a win-win-win. Cass is going to turn to Ishan and tell them to go get Mum's Vesterveld, and as they're going to get them, she messages and tell them a little bit of a. You know what? Actually, I think it would work better if we did just kill everyone and take aboard the ship, and that we want him to go get the money. Yeah, just keep the lie up in Ishan's brain.
Okay. Ishan goes below deck and comes back with Mom's Val, who looks thoroughly confused.
He's like, what's going on?
I don't know what's going on. I wasn't even part of the crew.
Shut up. If you want to live, you have one job. Go across to that boat and go get me some money. And then we'll, if you do that well, I'll drop you wherever you want to go. But go, here's a little boat, get on it and piss off over there.
Again. Okay, fine. I'll get on the fucking boat. He goes down.
Do you want moral support?
You are staying right here.
Okay. I mean, sure.
I don't know. The money might actually make it back if Sparks goes, but
yeah, but then we're still gonna have to rescue them if anything goes tits up. No, Mum's Esmeralda's going on their own.
Okay.
What makes you think he's coming back with the money, mate?
Well, Edge knows I don't care about this one. So if she's like, aha, I have one of your crew members now. You come over there, I'll be like, kill him. I don't care. Like,
leave me in the fucking drawer.
Whereas if Sparks goes across, I would actually have to rescue them. If anything
Sparks
goes tits
could
up.
make it back on her own, I'm sure of it.
Well, okay.
So you guys lower one of the boats, one of the rowboats. Monster gets in it, looks over at you guys, and then just says, "Do you actually have Ulster in your possession, or?" Oh, okay. And he starts going low before you can even finish a sentence. At which point, Luran's voice rings through to all of you again. What is your end game here? Like, seriously.
Cass responds, well, Brian's getting on. I would quite like to potentially get some money. And I did say I was happy to kill this guy. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, there's a chance that...
I want 40,000 gold.
Hang on a second. I'm just going to go to the loo and then we will get back.
I need to ask you a question.
Okie dokie.
So motivated.
Are we recording? Thank you, Aileen. Okay. So, Monzesval gently gets lowered down the side of the boat.
You better bring my money back.
He just kind of waves like, bye.
If we got 40,000 gold, imagine what we could do with that.
Imagine what we could do with 40,000 gold.
Yeah.
And,
Cass is... yeah, everyone look for that fucking shark. I want it on board now.
Okay, so who is... Are any of you guys going specifically to find the shark right now?
We've all got to look for it, and we actually do need to find him. So I think we're all actually genuinely looking. So Cass is not looking. She is keeping a very close eye on the other ship, the other guns. Can I actually do a perception check and make sure that no shenanigans is going down?
Yeah, I was going to say, can I insight check Edge to see, like...
The opportunity attacks from Mr. Hogwen. What straight ball does in?
Oh, yeah, of course. Well, you need to make your dexterity check to see whether you are able to Fight onto the... Oh.
No, I haven't moved yet. That was
Okay.
my plan. So if they get their opportunity attacks when I move, then I'll know if I'm a humanoid or a shark.
No, sorry, let me explain. You will only get the opportunity attacks when you try and leave the water. So when you swim...
But I was trying to swim away from them. So as
Yeah.
soon as I leave the area, they'll be able to attack me, right?
Oh, I see what you mean. You want to leave... Right, okay. Yes. Okay, so 18.
Yeah, that hits.
3 opportunity attacks you are around.
2, because I killed one of them.
Oh, no, he's still alive.
Oh, but he's lost an arm. Can't swim as fast.
That's 3 points of damage.
Yeah, Ulster's back as an elf.
The next one is 12.
12 points of damage?
No.
Okay, no.
Hit.
No.
Third one. So you are now an elf.
Yeah.
And you now have 15 feet of swimming speed. So you can swim 15 feet.
Hold on. I'm 60 feet below the surface, right?
Yeah.
I cast... Oh, fuck. Not far enough. I cast air bubble on myself.
Just 1 second. Okay, do you know what? I'm just going to say the decompression sickness doesn't become relevant.
Okay.
Because there's no fun way I feel like I can introduce it without it being just a punishment for you being underwater.
Well, I cast air bubble on myself anyway.
So you are now breathing. Okay, now 15 feet of movement.
I'm like, oh,
Oh,
and start swimming.
You start swimming. So you look around. Above you, you can see the hull.
Mhm.
It's very weird.
Ooh.
I'm not going to describe it too much. Because
Submicrophobia.
Below you, you can see darkness.
Ah.
Behind you, you can see 3 Sahara. One of whom is missing an arm.
I'm sorry about that.
And ahead of you, you can see a break. Well, actually, you can't even really see where the water ends because there's no light above the surface, so it's just darkness. Really,
Right, I start swimming.
So you start swimming. I'm gonna just really quickly. So you had your turn with casting. They are going to now get their turns. So they're going to swim up to you.
Hi.
Miss, multi-attack. Miss, multi-attack. So you managed to kind of evade, swim. Second one, 12. 14.
Hold on. Oops. Sorry, my character page quit. That's really weird.
I could check if you want.
I
Hold
think
on.
D&D
AC
Beyond
on
might
it?
be having problems.
Yeah. I think his AC is a... It says a 13, but I feel like it was higher than that. Anyway,
So with 14,
I think it was higher than that. Let me check. Right,
Yeah,
we'll just
I'm
go
not-
with what's on my page.
okay. So that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage as one bites onto you,
Mm-hmm.
just like Luran did last night. Hey. And then it's going to be 3 points of slashing damage as you get clawed. So it's 7 points total.
He's on 20.
Okay. Third one. Hits.
Yeah.
And then 13 beats it.
So what does he get?
5 points piercing damage.
Yep.
2 points slashing damage. So 7 again.
On 13.
13. Okay.
Oh no.
At least you can breathe. He continues to swim. Blub, blub.
Now, all of that happens under the boat. None of you see it. Meanwhile, Mom's Bell bye-bye disappears below. And you hear a plop as his rowboat splashes into the water. And you just go... And it's kind of like a comedy in that there's just a brief moment of time in which he has to get over to the other boat, and you're just staring at each other like, whoa. Now, Ishan mobilizes the rest of the crew, trying to look up and down and across the down the other side of the hull for Ulster, but doesn't really see him and calls back as much. He says, "He's not on the side of the ship." I don't see him. And then
Keep looking.
Edge says, oh, told them not to kill him. Fucking hell. And she says something in Aquan to one of her crew, the sea elf, who jumps off the edge of the boat and splashes into the water. We'll get him. Maybe if you get
Rolled an
some first,
18.
I'll give you all that money.
I don't think so. We're finding him first. Where the fuck is he? Anyway, I rolled an 18 on perception, or I would perception or investigation be better to see if they're
perception? I think would be fine.
Perception.
So as you
I got an
rush
18.
to the side of the boat, all of you kind of looking together.
Oh no, I'm not sorry. That perception is not to find Ulster. I'm leaving that to everyone else. I'm checking to see if Edge is pulling any shit against us.
Okay,
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I do like an insight check to help that?
Okay, then it's
insight.
Okay.
It's 17 then.
17, and then Astra?
The insight is 18 plus 6, so 24. Yeah.
And then Sparks, are you looking for Ulster on the side of the ship?
I think I would, yeah.
Perception check, please. So first of all, Astra and Cass, the two of you looking and watching Edge, you know that she looks a little bit anxious, as if she's eager to get Ulster. And when Monseveld starts climbing up the ladder, she gives him a wide berth and taps her foot on the wood, just like. Then you don't see really anything that would suggest she's trying to get out of this.
Okay, so I can't see any guns being leveled at us or anything like that.
Nothing like that, no. Well, there are guns pointing at you anyway, because that's just the way the cannons are, and the cannon windows are open, but so are yours.
But I can't see, can I see much activity behind them? Like, I can't see any of them being readied.
They are manned, yes.
Okay.
And then Bluey, what was your perception check?
14.
14. You can see down one side of the boat near the ladder, there is this kind of like rush of bubbles and thrashing movement. And then you don't have really the perception, the dark vision to really figure out what's going on, but you get the impression that if Ulster's going to come up anyway, he's probably going to come up there.
Okay. I think her next move would be maybe to try and find, like, if there's any nets on board, not to use to, like, capture him, but
Just
to
keeps getting caught in nets, eh?
maybe to, like, lower it
He is a great bunny.
in anticipation of him maybe climbing up soon.
There is a ladder which you can unfurl down the side of the boat.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
what would that look like for, like, someone we're trying to capture?
But you do have your back to them. They're not facing you.
But there are people in the water that is with Edge, so I think we do need to, like, we would have a net on board. There's no way we don't have a net.
You want to throw a net
So
at him?
I think we want to throw it, like, get a net ready, and then if we see him, net him.
Okay. Ulster.
All right.
Yeah. What are you doing?
I think, because Ulster is very bloody at the moment, he looks up and I think he sees that he's still about 30 feet below the surface. How far away are the Sahagin from him?
They're right beside him.
He's going to turn around.
Actually, no, you went out of their reach, so they wouldn't be right beside you.
But they're like 15 feet away. He remembers what Luran... Anna?
I just thought I could probably heal you a bit. Let me check.
You don't know he's injured, though.
You can't see him, and you don't know he's injured.
Oh, that's true. Okay, well, I might think about healing him if I see blood. Although it's
I have a
untouched.
feeling I might need to heal this
I have
one.
a feeling.
Also remembers what Luran said about the water getting hot. And he'll turn around because he wasn't able to get out of the water. And he will wait for the Sahagwin to be behind him. And then from his palm, he'll coalesce a light. And it's a bright blue light under the water. And he will cast Flaming Sphere just around the Sahagwin.
Okay, cool. Which one?
Whoa.
I'm assuming they're all together. It's a big sphere. So
It's 5 foot
Yeah.
diameter, yeah?
Yeah.
So do you want to talk to me about that?
he'll cast it on whichever one's in the center.
Okay. Just a moment.
Cass sees
And
the
that will
light.
light up
She's gonna,
the water.
yeah, she's going to be like, there, get him. Somebody. Surely there's somebody on Luran's boat who can breathe underwater. There's got to be at least somebody that can do that on our boat. Because Cass is going to kick them into the water and tell them to go get breathe.
1 second. There's a lot going on. Hang on. Hold that thought for 1 second. I'm just reading a magic. Okay, cool. So, right, yeah, you can put it in a space where it would be adjacent to them all. So 2d6. They need to make dexterity saving throws. Fail. Fail, and then fail. All of them fail.
Okay, they take 9 immediately.
9 immediately.
Yeah.
Okay. Taking 9 immediately. All of them look really fucking gross now. Because they were already a little bit damaged. And they start bleeding profusely and burning whilst also having water on their wounds and salt in them. It's kind of crazy. And also the light has spread out around you and you see your means of escape illuminated above you. Bluey, you can also now very briefly for a moment just see Ulster illuminated in the water below as he starts to swim towards the surface.
It's a globe of blue.
You're going to be 15 feet below the surface at the end of this time.
Oh my god, he glows. Who knew that he glows?
He glows.
Okay.
All that glitters.
Right, next in the order.
You never shine if you don't glow.
Cass, what was it you said before? You were looking for someone all around the crew who can breathe underwater.
Surely someone on this boat can breathe underwater.
Yeah, okay, so there is a rattle and a prattle, and then you see a skipper, a young skipper. Get it?
Buttons.
Get it?
We do.
I don't.
Because skipper is like a kind of fish thing.
Okay.
Yeah, skippers. Okay. So you see a skipper who appears to be a sea elf. He's about like a foot taller than you, Cass, with acne, my favourite kind, and like kind of shaved head, like a scuba equipment, which he's like, oh, I don't need this because I'm a sea elf. Throws it aside, flippers. Okay, so what do you want me to do?
Go and help get the shark.
Get the shark. Okay. Jumps into the water.
But wait. Before they've gone, Cass is going to hand them a weapon.
What do you give them?
I think
harpoon.
I think. Ooh, yeah. Do we have a harpoon?
Yeah, you have a harpoon. You give this short person a harpoon.
Yeah.
Like, whoa. Okay.
And then as just before she pushes him in, like, don't kill Brian. Yeah. And then she's like,
oh yeah. I got you.
Off you go.
Okay, you jump in. Everyone's scrambling, trying to get Ulster up. Ulster, as you're sort of swimming to break the surface, you see a body you don't recognise jump in beside you and wave with a harpoon.
Did you get my message, by the way?
I did, yeah.
Okay.
Can you roll me a D100?
Yeah. 98.
Okay. Just open this up.
Basil's playing with his roly ball. It's
His
very
roly-poly.
cute. Where's Lala? He's by your feet, is he? No, that's not Lala.
No, that's not
That's not Lala.
Duh. Okay, cool. I'm going to take liberties with this.
Okay.
The fire that you cast, you see it kind of bubble and sort of like convulse, and all of a sudden it turns into a sphere of ice, which the guy jumps into the water, explodes, sending shards all through the water like projectiles.
Can I grab the sea elf?
You can.
Yeah.
All the Sahuagin are going to make dexterity saving throws as well as you, Mister.
Yeah.
The DC is your spell save thing.
I beat it. I rolled a 16.
Fail. Can you please roll me once again the attack from your flaming sphere?
5, 10.
10. All of the Sahuagin
Lots of blood.
just get, like cleft into different pieces,
Oh.
and the sea elf is like, "Here!"
Also starts dragging you up to the surface.
Okay. You break through the surface of the air.
He puts the sea elf's arms around him. Oh no, he got me.
He got me.
Oh.
Be
Now,
wounded. You hear in your mind, be wounded.
also, as
Oh
you,
no. Ah.
Also, as you swim up, you see two very large shards of ice embed themselves in Luran's hull. You don't see if there's any damage to Edge's ship, but everybody top deck, you feel this like lurch as the ship kind of takes like a hit from like a wave beneath the ship almost. And you
It's
get the impression
fine.
something's gone on.
They're magical, so it won't melt anytime soon.
Edge doubles over and holds onto the side of the boat, and she looks over at you all and says, "What was that?"
I don't know. What was that?
It was me.
Cass is going to turn to Ishan and be like, get a damage report.
Okay, Ishan goes below deck.
Hi, Ishan.
Astra will go with
Also-
Ishan to try and amend this.
Yeah, I was going to say, can Astra, because Astra can, we know Astra has mending, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where are we on how long this encounter has been going? In terms
About a
of...
minute.
Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Because I'm over here like, okay, I have to be keeping track of like the time, just in case like, alter self goes away. It's been a minute. Okay, we're fine.
So like a minute or two. I know, crazy, isn't it?
Surely it's been like at least 10 minutes.
I'm happy
Okay,
for the
with
With all the
generous-
chatting, yeah.
With all the chatting, I'll say it's been
Combat's only been like a
The
minute.
combat's only been like a minute. Okay,
cool.
so Ulster, you are climbed up the ladder and all of you are out of the water.
He's bleeding a lot though.
He's bleeding a lot. Louis, do you heal him?
Let me grab him. Sparks will do I think Sparks will do some lay on hands pull.
I don't think we need to disguise that we're healing him. We don't want him dead, otherwise, like, it's worthless.
Neither does Edge.
But Cass is going to like go up to Brian and kind of tie him up, but like really loosely. It looks like he's been tied, but he
Not
could
your usual work.
easily. He could no, not my usual. This is safe play.
He's watching the rain.
I would say Brian gets about 10 HP
Thank you.
back. We got him!
Hand over money, and you can have him.
So Monsesvald gets reeled up to the ship. Edge pulls him on and sends one of her men below deck. He comes back up a moment later, holding a huge chest. Now this is a beefy guy. You don't mind taking it in platinum, do you?
No, show it first. And Cass is gonna get.
Feels open the case.
Does it look like the money?
It looks like money.
Okay, send it over, and we'll drop him over the side of the boat.
No. That's not how that's going to work. Put him in a ship, tied up. We'll do a swap in the centre.
Also just leans down to Cass. You're going to have to tie me a bit tighter if you want this to be at all convincing.
I do really want that money, but Luran will probably kill me if I lose you.
More money.
Cass, you hear in your mind again. What? You knew this was going to happen.
I know, but 40,000.
Look,
come
okay.
on.
I understand. Honestly, I do. But this bitch, really? She's not going to give you that cash.
I know, but she does have it.
I'm putting a stop to this. Keep him out of the water and say goodbye to Monsesvald.
Oh.
Oh, no!
You can.
Does Sparks hear this
You guys
in her mind?
You guys.
We can all hear it.
Ulster starts to struggle if he says that.
There is a.
Cass is going to.
Can I get a damage assessment on the boat while we were thinking about this?
You're going to go to below deck, Astra?
Yes.
Okay, you follow Ishan below deck. Give me a second. Following Ishan below deck, you head down to the hull. Let me just get that.
Lils, do you have any disguise magic? Lils.
Oh, me? Ulster? What kind of disguise magic?
To make you look like the elf that Cass is pretending she is, so that we can swap places.
I don't think he can turn into a person. He can only do animals. Unfortunately.
If we wanted to make something like that work, Cass or Astra could double. Since both of them are using disguise spells.
Can I kind of step on Cass's foot a little bit? And just nod my head as in, can you message me?
Hey, what's up?
I really think that you shouldn't try anything fun because there's 2 giant ice picks in the hull.
Ishan, damage report?
Astra, you and Ishan are below deck, and you go and you kind of get halfway down the steps into the hull, and you just see these 2 massive pillars of ice, these bright blue, glittering. It's almost beautiful, except that seawater is rapidly filling and making the cargo begin to kind of float ever so slightly. It's about a foot of seawater at the moment. And atop deck, you guys do feel your ship slanting slightly.
Okay, also we'll bump into Cass again. You need to get, and in his head, you need to get back to shore.
Yeah. Turns out we're sinking. I think we're going to go. See you later. Fire at will.
Okay, right. So with that in mind, before you even make it to at will, you hear a rumble from the direction of those storm clouds that you guys had cast earlier, and on the carpet, Luran appears, and he launches down what appear to be a small array of little glass beads.
Oh no!
And he's like, sorry it took so long.
Ulster's like,
By the way, I'm not dead.
Is Mumsfeld still... Where is he?
He's on the ship. He's on Edge's ship.
How far away is Edge's ship?
So, Cass, how far away would you have stopped?
It's not letting you go, just so you know.
30 feet away?
30 or 40 feet, yeah.
Can I say 30 feet? Fine. Hold on.
You're going to have to move 5 feet if you want to do that.
Cass is, I hope you know, you're going to have to fight Cass if you try to do anything.
Okay, Ulster rolls with Cass across the deck floor. And then once he's in with range, he's like, hi. And then he disappears.
But before you can roll, you need to make me a strength.
Yeah,
versus
I'm gonna
athletics.
fight that. Oh,
I'm
Oh!
minus. No.
I hope that I got a 23.
Okay. The closest you can get to Monsazard is to his rowboat.
Okay, I get to the rowboat.
So Cass, you see also roll, you kind of grab him, and then he just turns to mist. And appears on the fucking rowboat.
And he yells, Mumsfeld!
Monsazard looks over the edge. Ah, sick!
Dive!
I'll break.
Come on.
Okay. He starts running.
I'm going to try and catch him.
Cass, you feel the most devastating loss as you see he leaves the money behind.
Yeah! Absolutely useless. He had one job.
Okay, I'm going to catch him.
Good jumps.
In that case, what do I know of Tritons? They're not resistant to like charm magic, are they?
Make a intelligence check. Meanwhile, those little glass beads that were falling fall alongside Momzo's Val.
So he
He
dies.
looks at them and he's like, oh, and Loran's like, oh, as you guys appear in the boat, just as these delayed blast fireballs begin to shoot off like peppercorns. Like,
But they're not in the rowboat, are they?
no, they're on the ship.
Okay.
But this does not save you from debris, smoke, and potential flames.
Can I roll Mumsfeld overboard and dive down with him?
Are you fucking joking?
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I'm trying to save him!
Could Sparks have gotten ladder or a net to unfurl to act as like a climbing thing? And started to get that ready? I don't know.
Right, it's not delayed blast, it's the necklace of fireballs.
Are you telling me also I wouldn't try and save?
I know, it's just screaming, crying.
Cass and Luran, although they are not near each other, somehow simultaneously roll their eyes in exactly the same way.
It's great. It's just the way it is.
You can't just kill our allies.
Uh-huh.
He's barely an ally. How long have we known him? Half a day. It's fine.
You've only known Ulster 3 days.
Yeah, but she likes you. She's not sure about Mum's Asphalt. He's a bit of a wet blanket. He can go. He didn't get the money. He had one job.
You tried to
She
kill him.
like-
Maybe if you didn't, he would have the money.
Right, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
my God.
7, 8, minus 3. 26 points of damage from one.
From one bead.
Yeah. And he
Whoa.
was able to do. Let me just check. 1d6. He'll do 4 to really fuck him up. 104 points of damage to the top of their ship, which bursts into an inferno of flame. You hear screeching and screaming from the crew as they all begin to jump off the side and dive into the water where they feel at least more comfortable. Edge yells and herself dives down into the rowboat that you guys previously occupied.
We're underwater now.
Yeah. And using her own magic, begins to cast a spell, which you mean you're in the water and you guys are on deck, so it's a little bit hard to see exactly what's going on. Now, in the water, you guys just see this explosion of light, and you feel just like heat begin to bubble the surface. Everybody on deck, I'm going to need you to make me dexterity saving throws, please.
If
Though
we
you're
are
a distance,
under the
there is
deck,
lots of flying debris that you're going to need to avoid.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, not my best. 12.
9.
9, 12.
Astra's under the
Below
deck
deck,
with
You're below
yeah.
deck, you're fine. Okay, you just see the water beginning to bubble and those ice picks kind of evaporate. Which is interesting because they were kind of stopping some of the water getting into the ship. And you just hear like a that begins to fill more.
Can Astra mend it?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I start on just like mending?
In a second, we're going to get into an initiative order once you guys get the damage from this debris. You guys are going to take 8 points of damage each from the debris, bludgeoning. That's it.
Not me, I'm on the spot though.
No, you're underwater.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
Okay. So, I would like everybody to roll me initiative, please, as we get out of this chaos.
Natural 20!
Nice, and into a more organised chaos.
22.
Nice.
22.
Guess what?
22.
Nice. Oh, sick!
Oh, that's
Natural
gorgeous.
20s all round. Who's got a higher text between the two?
I got a 19,
19.
for 22, not a natural 20.
Okay.
My dex is... hold on.
I had 2 to initiative. So it'd be 22.
Mine is also 2.
Oh,
Okay, then guys, roll off, please.
Roll off.
all right.
A 19.
Okay.
1.
Okay, so we're going to do Cass, Ulster, Bluey.
Smart.
I didn't. Oh, does it not matter if you get a natural 20? Is it still just the higher? What?
The total, because it's initiative.
Ah, okay. Yeah, then mine's +3. So yeah, that would make. Okay, that's fine.
Astra, what did you roll?
I rolled.
Wait, does that mean you got a 22? George.
Yeah, but I've got +3 initiative, which is higher than yours. Because I actually put stats in dexterity this time.
No, that's merged. Astra, what did you roll?
Sorry,
outside.
I got distracted by Lala. It's a 10.
10. Okay, so that's going to be Luran. Mom's. That's fine.
Mommy.
And
We have
then
a tea break in a bit.
Yes, we can have a tea break before we start this. And then Edge. And then yeah, that makes sense. The ships.
If Edge is willing to pay 40,000 for Ulster, how much is the person who's so unknown willing to pay Edge for Ulster?
Clearly a lot.
Clearly a lot. Right, should we
Clearly a
take
lot
a
of
tea
money.
break and then we will come back to escape from the burning inferno.
Sounds great.
Burn, baby, burn.
Burpis! Look at
Oh.
this gremlin!
Baby.
We're good to go? Okay, so
Baby.
fire rages on Edge's ship. The water is hot and debris falls through the air, narrowly missing some of you, but hitting you enough to cause you slight ouchies.
A little ouch.
a little actually. Astra, below deck, you can see the water beginning to fill the hull 2 feet deep now. So just kind of going up to your thighs. Also, you are below deck.
I'm in the water.
Sorry, I meant the water. You're below the surface of the ocean. You're underwater, and you need to get back onto the ship.
I pulled Mum's Spout along with me.
First in the order is Cass. Cass, what are you going to do?
Okay. So we've got everyone's jumped off of their boat, right?
Pretty much everyone.
Is their boat operate like? Well, actually, we're seeing if we can mend ours. Is anyone with Edge?
Edge has pulled up the Triton who was previously with her, and a couple of other sailors onto the rowboat. And she is
okay. I got a 17 on my, I think it was intelligence check to see if if Tritons can have can be charmed or I want it. I'll just tell you the spell I'm thinking of. I want to cast Crown of Madness.
Okay.
On the Triton, but I'm not going to bother doing that if I know that Tritons can't have that, you know?
Yeah, let me just check.
It was a good cookie.
No, they can be charmed, so yes. You want to try casting Crown of Madness?
Okay. I do. Can you please make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oof. 6 plus 2. Tell me about Crown of Madness.
So you have a twisted crown of jagged iron appears on its head, and a madness glows in its eyes. And the charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turn to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you mentally choose. I say attack Edge.
Okay. Gotcha. Cass, is there anything else you want to do on your turn?
I get my crew to be ready because I'm assuming that they're going to try and board us as they have had to flee their ship. So I get everyone to get ready.
Okay,
and
cool.
I tell people to start firing the cannons, not at their ship, because there's a chance our ship might sink and we might need said ship. Oh, Brian's in the water. Oh, for fuck's sake. Okay, I just tell them.
Hold the cannons.
I get them ready to hold the cannons and get ready for any person that's boarding.
Okay.
And to keep an eye out for Brian.
Also, you're
watch out for him
with Monstersfeld, who is clinging to you and is like, hate swimming.
I'll pull him up to the surface, and I will. Once I surface, I'll call out for Luran, but keep swimming.
Okay. You break the surface, you call for Luran, and you just start swimming towards the ship. Now, 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
We established you're 40 feet away from the boat.
Yeah.
Can
I dash?
You can dash, so you can get just to the bottom of the ship.
Yeah.
10 feet or so.
Can I? Because I've said to keep an eye out for Brian. Can someone help him get on? Obviously, I can't. It's not my turn. But can I? With my whole crew.
Sure.
I would probably be
Bluey,
having looked for him.
Sparks, you're next up in the order. Ulster is at the foot of the ship with Monstersfeld seemingly stuck in the water as you see the exhaustion of carrying.
He'll push Monstersfeld up
trying
first.
to take over him. Yes.
How is it close enough to the water that Sparks can reach down and pull up, or is it too far for that?
No, you'll have to do some kind of maneuvering to get to him.
Could throw a rope down.
Yeah.
Yeah, the nearest rope or ladder or anything like that, Sparks will try. Yeah.
Okay.
I think there's necessarily anything else. I would like to try.
So, Bluey, you throw down the rope. You're going to do me a strength check. Okay, the DC is going to be quite high to try and pull your friends up. The only thing they need to do is grab on. So,
I think to make it easier on Bluey, can I have Mums as well go first and me second?
yeah, okay. Bluey, strength check number 1.
Okay. Strength check. That's 21.
21, okay. You managed to heave, and Montesvald, after about a few seconds of heavy pulling, peers up over the edge of the ship and just drags himself onto the deck. You throw the rope down again, but you'll have to wait until your next turn in order to pull Stir up, if you don't mind.
Yep. That's me.
Next in the order is Luran, who sweeps down from the sky on his carpet. He does a loop of the ship, and as he does, you see all across the edge of the ship runes begin to kind of glow gold, and there's like a sort of a silverish sheen that begins to sort of like cover up on either side. As a shield begins to kind of form around the wood of the ship. And he just calls down, he says, I can tell she's sinking. I can't do anything about that, but I can do this at the very least.
We're on that, I hope.
You better be. It's expensive to fix her. Oh, hi, Ulster. Do you need a hand?
Ulster's like, glug, glug, yes!
Don't worry, Bluey, I got it. And he holds out. This is the second time this has happened. Can you believe it? Nice outfit, by the way. And also, as you flop out of the water, the night shirt you were wearing, your sleep shorts are all just kind of like damp. You're basically nude.
Right.
For all intents and purposes.
I love being the damsel in distress and the sexualized babe.
Oh, yeah, babe.
What a shit show!
Ulster's like, ugh.
Luran pulls off his sash, unfurls it, and it's like a pashmina, and he just like kind of like puts it over you.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Let's see. I hope my trousers stay up without it.
This is not the time. He looks down to make sure everyone's alright.
Understood. Okay, Luran begins to fly over the ship head, and Momsesvald is next in the order. Momsesvald is going to use his turn to panic and say, Edge is doing something, and you look and Edge has gone over to where the crossbows are and is starting to spin them around and turn them towards Luran and Ulster specifically.
Is it the Tritons go yet?
Not yet, sorry honey. Astra.
Or Edge. Okay, cool.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Edge is not on the ship, so never mind. She's pulled out a crossbow from her pocket and is aiming it towards Luran and Ulster. That's my mistake. Astra, you are next.
Okay, cool. I would like to I want to mend as much as I can in as little time as possible. That is all I'm working on, is trying to fix the boat.
You start with the smaller one. How much space can you mend at a time?
It's like 5 foot 5.
I can mend a foot of space at a time.
Okay, that's all right then. You can mend one of the holes in this turn, but the bigger one, you see Ishan calls, Darius! Bring the wood, bring the nails! And the bosun kind of runs down the steps, slips on the water, and is like, oh. Just like a quiet, like, oh no.
Get a move on, come on.
A bunch of
Gotta
like wood, various things that he could use to fix the boat. And they start getting to it as well. As they also have their turn right after you.
It was not my intention to spear the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Did not mean to do this.
Yeah.
Did not mean to. accident.
Next up in the order is Edge and the Triton. Edge is going to go first.
If she tries to shoot Luran, is there any way that I can stop that?
Not really, no.
Damn it.
Yeah. Edge starts lifting up the crossbow, clicks, tuck, throws it aside, raises her hand instead.
Oh.
Magic missile. So.
I wonder where that's going.
Mm-hmm. Okay. 120 feet. One action.
Magic missile has 120 feet range.
3.
God.
5. Okay, so Luran, you take Luran. I'm Luran. Luran. Hello. You take 5 points of damage. And
shit.
2 magic missiles kind of like hit you, one in the shoulder and one in the side. He's like, oof, ow. Fucking out.
I can heal.
Thank you, Ulster. Duck, but you miss him. You miss his warning just a moment too late. And you get 3 points of damage, of force damage, as you get like whacked in the head by one of these darts.
Yeah.
Edge then looks to the crew around her and says, "I'll defend us, you..." Ow! And the Triton just pulls out his scimitar, gets the butt of it, whacks her in the head, and then spins it around to use the blade. So, multi-attack.
Jeez.
Hits. Doesn't hit. So,
Is
she's
this
going
a
to
Triton against her?
Yeah. Round of Madness that casted.
Oh,
She takes
yes.
7 points of damage. As she said, "What the fuck, Titus?" Titus, the ring.
It is the Triton.
Indeed.
Oh, Titus.
Growls, shakes his head. Does he make a save at any point?
Yeah, he can make a save at the end of his turn.
2?
No.
So, I hate you.
I think maybe.
Some of the other crew, seeing this happen, look confused and bewildered, and with like hiding her bleeding nose, she just says, "Keep rowing, I'll fucking deal with him." And they begin to row away from the fire itself. You see there are people beginning to pull on the edge of the boat, like trying to clamber on, but the other crew push them off back into the water as their boat becomes a bit overburdened. Last in this order.
Right, just to get some people in the water are trying to get on the rowboat, but they're being kicked off.
Yeah.
Is that what you said?
Yeah. Edge's crew. Last in the crew is the ship itself. So any actions that happen on the ship have taken place now. There are very few crew left on Edge's ship, but there are enough for just 1 or 2 of them with
to
the
burn to
goal
death.
in mind. Turn the crossbows and are going to try and catch the carpet. So, firing them towards the sky rather than the sea.
Okay.
Also,
Oh, I forgot I've got
you and Luran, recovering just from a moment of that force damage, turn around and you see this net flying towards you. And Luran is like, "Hold on!" and rolls. Oh, for a moment, you're just like hanging on by your hands, like, "Oh my fucking god!" Weightless. And then the net just zooms past you. And Luran lands down on the Valentine.
Oh, I really don't know who wants me this badly.
Luran says nothing to that. And he says, "Cass, go fuck that ship up."
Oh!
Okay. Who wants to have a go at the cannon? Luran says.
Me.
Oh.
Me.
Ulster.
Yeah.
Sparks. Cass, I know you do. Where's Astra? Oh shit!
Hopefully
hopefully
mending the ship.
Cool.
She's also going to say to Luran, let me know when you want our ship to suddenly become very big and very fast. Now? Okay. And that, I'd have to end the charm. Whatever. Cass is going to end the Crown of Madness on, because it's concentration. I can't cast another spell while I'm doing it, can I?
Unless it's a non-concentration.
I don't think enlarge reduce is concentration.
Then you can do it.
Yeah.
I believe enlarge reduce is.
Is it? Let's have a look. Oh no, it is. It is. Sorry.
All right, then Luran will say, keep Edge distracted. That's more important.
Okay. When we're done with the distraction, I'll make our ship big.
Speaking of which, Edge is going to shoot another bolt. Just for funsies. Misses and just flies off into the air. She's like, fucking hell!
You're not very good at this, are you?
I'm not when I'm being punched by... Ow! And I just punches her again.
He would be I'm saying he'd be multi-attacking with the scimitar.
Yeah.
Just for flavour.
Just for fun.
For flavour.
Their turn yet. This is just for flavour. So that you can get the extent of your spell.
I'm going to run after Luran then.
Cool. So, anybody who wants to man a cannon, this is your
bitches love cannons.
Yeah, baby. Let's fuck this shit up.
Is that an anti-tank rifle?
So Cass is gonna shout, if anyone wants to get on this boat, bring the money over and we will let you on. Unless you're Edge.
It only costs 40,000 gold.
Stop. The guys with the crossbow look at each other and then run. Yeah, that's alright. And then they just kind of like start lining their pockets with like platinum and jump.
Bring as much as you can!
And then start sinking. Because they're lining their pockets with platinum.
Can I chuck them a rope?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay.
That's so funny.
Let me see. I'll figure out how much you get and how many prisoners you take at the end. So, cannons.
Mm-hmm.
Luran escorts you downstairs, while he instructs the rest of the crew upstairs to sail them away as fast as possible, as far as possible from Edge's ship. Okay.
Do you want me to cannon or do you want me to freeze the holes in the hull? Do both.
Holster, where do you feel more useful?
I don't know.
Freeze the holes.
Okay. He plods off.
Right. Sparks. Cass. Are you ready?
Hell fucking yeah.
Sparks. Pass me a cannonball. Okay. You guys heave it in. You spin the cannons around. 2 people on either side. Luran clicks his finger. Cass, are you going to light a flame?
Yeah.
2 of you. 2 cannons. Just for good measure, Luran just pops a little fireball a little delay blast fireball in the edge of his cannon. And you guys go, the ship rocks backwards. Also, you fall against the wall like Astra, you slip into the water. Ishan is face first. Darius almost falls through the hole in the hull. And you guys are just like forced backwards. Luckily, the cannons are secured, so none of them smash you and hold you against the wall. But through the windows, you see
to the wall.
Through the windows, you see a huge gash open up in the side of Edge's ship. Also,
yeah, I run to Astra. I'm here to help.
Can you help me mend the ship?
So yeah. And he starts freezing the holes shut.
Also, yes, as you start freezing the holes shut, you see something below deck. Well, below the hull, and like rushing in the water, like it's just been thrown from the ship. It appears to be an animal.
Nature check. Oh, that's really good. That is going to be dirty 20.
Yeah, it appears to be a small grey animal of some kind.
But I've got dirty 20. What is it?
With a dirty 20, it looks like an otter, but not a sea otter, like a river otter. And it looks like it's struggling.
I will reach out to grab it and pull it through.
You pull it through. You've never seen an otter this colour before, this kind of like steel grey. And it's like...
What are you?
It kind of climbs onto your shoulders and just clings on.
Okay, he keeps freezing.
Somewhere from in the ship you go, it's probably one of their familiars.
Edge's ship keels forward and falls. And Luran slumps against the wall and is like, all that action in my pajamas. And he looks down and he's just wearing like very like skimpy sleep shorts with like his pashmina. Oh wait, no, he took
I'm not gonna lie, they turned a
Also
really
got
great
his
night
shirt.
into a really fun night.
Cass, just so you know, the shorts that Luran is wearing match the shirt that Allstar was wearing.
Cass is like, woo woo! I'm enjoying this outfit, guys. I'm really liking it. You look phenomenal.
Also,
But-
can't hear you.
I know you can. We've got it.
It's downstairs, right?
You can hear
We've
me.
blasted a
He's
hole
like-
in.
What?
We've come in. Cass is, when she sees the sea otter, she's going to immediately be like, that might be a familiar.
Also picks the sea otter up. Can I cast? No, can I look a Arcana check?
Yes, can.
Can I assist?
I was going to say, can I assist? Since
So
I'm
you have
there as well?
advantage.
Advantage. Thank you.
Because my
That is
arcana's not very
19.
good anymore. So it's no good with me rolling one.
19.
Okay, 19. The crew, reeling from this attack, feeling bolstered by this sort of like camaraderie that you feel after surviving something like this, begin to like clap each other on the back, sing sea shanties, and put everything back the way it was. They shake their pirate disguises, and
This is a usual occurrence.
the illusion falls. But Luran keeps the shields up. Is this a usual occurrence, Allstar? Well, yes, it is. It is indeed. Often enough that we know what to do. Now, that. And he looks at the otter.
We did a 19 Arcana check.
Okay, anybody else?
They gave
That was
advantage.
me assisting. So
I would like to do divine sense next to the otter.
Understood.
Also, says protecting the otter at the moment, as if one of you is about to bite its head off.
Okay.
He's like,
With a 19,
you are wise. Cass is fingering a dagger. Like, is that a familiar? Because if it is, I will kill it.
It'd just be an otter.
Luran looks uncertain. Allstar, I don't have to break this to you, but I think you already know. And with a 19, yes, that is a familiar.
Yeah.
Do I know whose it is?
Right, kill it.
Can't I just let it go?
No, because then it will follow the ship and cling onto it, and it will track us.
It's not a real animal. What the hell?
It will come back. They'll summon it again.
What?
Would I get any information about whether it's affected by the Halla spell? Is it a
not
celestial fiend, undead?
It's
Okay,
not
all right.
one of those things.
Allstar looks
Alright.
very woeful.
Also,
Right, hand it over. Hand it over and look away. It's fine. It will come back. Well, I'm sure we'll see it again.
I'll deal with it. No, he runs off with it. I'll deal with it.
Luran, can you make sure he actually gets rid of it and not just chucks it over the side of the boat?
Yes, fine. Allstar, stop.
It's already run off.
Darling, come back
Oh,
with that otter.
Just to clarify, not a thing. He narrows his eyes.
But Cass is already bored with this conversation. She's going to go find the 2 people she chucked a rope for and see how much money they got and help them.
Luran doesn't even get to defend himself.
Astra, down below deck, you help up Darius and Ishan, who are 2 of Luran's crew, out of the water as they're just kind of completely sodden. But you have successfully healed the bow of the ship. I'm assuming that with Ulster's help, with your mending and with their craftsmanship, it is secure and it is steady, at least enough to get you to a port where it can be properly fixed.
Sparks would offer to bring up buckets and chuck them overboard. Anyway.
Also, once out of the muck and like combat over, Astra will like drop the disguise and like prestidigitation themselves like dry.
Could you, Ishan's like, could you help me as well a little bit? I'm freaking freezing.
Yeah, sure. Just...
Thank you. It's like those air dryers at the end of Splash Mountain, you know?
Yeah.
Just a little like a sparkly shimmer of like starlight that just kind of like washes over him.
Yeah. Hey, Astra. I'm just wondering, do you know what Ulster's deal is? Sorry, this might not be the best time, but I really just wanted to have a conversation with one of you guys who's friends with him and known him before. And I just haven't had a chance.
I knew him for 3 days.
Astra kind of gets a little bit like close, like conspiratorially almost. Why don't you ask him yourself? And then
well,
like
I did, but then Luran came and interrupted everything, so sent me off to do some stupid tasks. Looks like booty. I think he invented them. We go way back, me and Luran, just so you know. Yeah. So he won't mind if I call something he did stupid.
I'll take your word
Sounds
on
funny.
that. Yeah. Astra, I'll take your word on that, yeah. But if you want that one's secrets, you're gonna have to ask him.
Yeah, I suppose. Off we go. And he goes up the steps, and Darius is like, can I also please
Get dry.
get dry?
Everybody who wants to get dried off,
Line up.
line up.
You got a line
From an
of about
orderly
5
queue.
people.
Yeah. Form an orderly queue. If you are not in an orderly queue, you will not get dried.
Sparks, the orderly queue is very useful for maneuvering the buckets up and down the deck. And as you kind of coordinate this de-watering effort, the ship becomes more and more stable. And you feel like you've done a pretty good job with it. Some of that cargo is definitely ruined. But that's not your problem. That's Luran's.
That's Luran's problem.
Cass, you go to the deck, and you see sheepishly standing in the corner 4 sea elves, one of whom is like holding in their arms
Money.
a huge like shirt, like sack full of platinum.
Welcome, everyone, to the Valentine. Thank you very much for coming aboard with this money. It's very much appreciated. Because of that, and because you jumped ship, literally, you will not be killed and tossed into the sea. If you would like to become members of this crew, you may. You'll have to prove yourselves, obviously. You did just try and kill us all. But then again, we also tried that for you. So, fair's fair. As you can see, Edge wasn't letting some people on her rowboat, so many of your crew members are dead. We are all still intact. I think we are the better crew. How much money did you get?
Convincing.
Can we just have a little chat to just make sure to help so we can decide whether we want the water or this?
No. I want that money.
Okay.
And then you
Well,
can
that sounds great.
decide.
Let's do that. Then we'll join. For sure. My name is
Ariel.
Ariel.
I'm Pocahontas. I'm Belle. I'm Tiana.
Okay, this is Moana, and this is Belle. 1, 2, 3. And this
We
is
don't know his
Jasmine.
name.
No.
Jasmine. Oh, very nice.
They're all Disney princesses
They're all beautiful.
of bizarre gender dynamics. It's wonderful. Perfect.
You guys are going to fit right in, I can tell.
Wonderful. They pass over to you the money. And they say, it's not all of it, but I don't know, it might...
You know, shit was happening. I get it. You got what you could.
That's really nice of you. Ariel
I know.
says.
I can be quite nice. I also can be quite mean. But most of the time, I'm up for a good time. She winks.
Everyone's like,
Ariel, like, oh my. Blushes.
I almost inhaled my tea down the wrong way. Sorry.
Is it bad that I'm into this because I'm your captive?
so what tadfic? I don't want to kill the familiar, by the way. I've run off to hide with it.
So, whilst Cass is flirting with Disney princesses,
Wait, first, how much money did we get?
You guys ended up getting 15,000.
Woo!
It belongs to Luran.
That is my entire bounty right there. Just saying.
The majority of that money you didn't get from them.
Mm-hmm.
From them, you probably only got about 5,000. The rest, you slowly fished
out of the water
from the various dead bodies who jumped off and drowned whilst trying to get the money to you. So, anyway.
Absolutely banging. Cass is taking a sizable cut of that because no one else was interested in the money, but obviously most of it's Luran's.
We have to repair the ship.
It's not going to cost 15,000.
Anyway, we will get to that. But first, also, where are you running to hide this familiar?
Where is this small dark corner?
You can hide it in a broom closet or a cupboard.
He goes and sits in a little cupboard and just holds it. It's like, I don't really want to kill you, but you are a familiar. Whose familiar are you? He starts talking to the otter.
Shh. I heard you say shh, Ulster.
He peers through the keyhole. What?
Luran opens the door.
Oh.
Oh.
Didn't have the key.
I mean, it's my ship, so... Also, we need to kill it.
Can't we just let it go?
Do you understand how familiars work?
Yes.
You know, they just go back to whatever plane they come from.
Sound. He's kind of cradling the otter.
I can get you a pet otter.
It's not about having a pet. It's about preserving its life. I don't know. I don't.
Luran sort of like slumps down on an upturned bucket next to you and is like, all's fair?
Yeah.
This is my ship, my rules. He has to go. I'm sorry.
Can't I just put him in a bucket?
You really can't.
And then release him into the wild again?
No.
But what if he's not a bad familiar?
Look, this is the reasoning. You release him after cuddling him and saving him. Okay. Maybe he takes a liking to you and wants to hang out. We see him again. Ah, how cute. He likes you. And then we keep him on again and again and again. And he becomes part of the crew. We don't ever know whether it's because you saved him or it's because somebody wants us. Somebody wants to find us and follow us. We kill him, and it's not really even death, it's just sending him away. Mm-hmm. If he comes back, we know that someone is specifically trying to keep tabs on us.
But whose familiar do you think it is?
Whoever wants you, Ulster. Or Edge.
Ulster holds the otter up. Is it green at all?
Got a bit of mildew on it, maybe. It's grey, really.
Doesn't look like Edge. Usually the animals I make and turn into look a little bit like me. Maybe that's not relevant.
Mm-hmm. Ulster, pass me the otter.
How are you going to kill it?
That's captain's order.
How are you going to kill it?
You don't need to know. I'm not going to kill it. I'm going to dispel it, if it helps.
Can I hold it? He holds it.
Luran puts his hand on the otter's head, pokes its nose, and it just disappears into glitter. There's a faint sort of sense of smell of smoke, and Luran's like, ooh, spicy. Right. You might want to change.
He stares unblinkingly
At.
Luran.
Come on, let's find you something to wear.
He looks around. It's probably not a good time to talk about it, is it?
About what?
He points at Luran's trousers and then points at his own shirt.
Oh. I suppose we could do this now. He sits back down.
Forced shuts the room closet.
Right.
It's just in case, you know.
Yeah.
There's another otter or something.
Maybe Cass and Astra are hooking up. It's funny.
What? Why?
They want to. They feel like it. They're both hot. Lots of things, lots of reasons.
I understand. Well, that's good for them.
Yeah. Is there anything you would like to say?
I'm confused.
Okay.
Because you told me that you didn't want to kiss me, and then you did, and then...
You came on to me also.
Well, yes,
and we had a lot to drink. I'm sorry if I confused you.
I'm not very good at this conversation.
Yeah. Neither am I really at the moment. Okay, Ulster. This is difficult because if this was any other situation, I would happily carry on a tryst such as this.
A tryst.
What else would it be?
You don't like me.
I do like you. I think you're very funny. And you're handsome. And you're kind. And you're strange. So, yeah, I do like you.
Then what's wrong with me?
Nothing's wrong with you.
I don't want to be like a tryst. I don't.
Luran leans forward and holds on to one of your hands if you'll let him.
He will allow it. He'll allow it, I suppose. Georgia.
Ulster. No matter what you want, this just isn't. It's not a good idea.
What's not a good idea?
Carrying on like this. Because your father, your family, they expect things of you. They want you to eventually go back to them aside. I'm your
But what if I
employee.
don't? What if I don't
What?
want to go back?
You will. You'll go back.
But I don't want to.
It's not your choice.
You saying I don't have a choice?
Yes.
And that's why you don't like me.
Ulster, please don't say I don't like you.
But you don't want to be linked to me.
Trust me, I'm not the kind of person you want to be linked to. especially not with your position.
But last night you seemed to want to be linked with me.
I'm sorry, it's just difficult. And this isn't usually how I do things. What you want, I can't give you.
You don't know what I want.
I think I do.
And what's that?
A relationship?
I've never had one.
Exactly, and this is not a good start.
You don't even want to try.
No.
He lets go of Luran's hand and puts his hand against Luran's shoulder to kind of keep space between them.
Luran leans back.
I like you. So then, if you don't want, then I think then maybe we should not be alone together. Like in closets and in cupboards. He's not meeting Luran's eye at that point.
Okay. Whatever makes you comfortable, Steph. I know it might be difficult to understand, but please do try and see my point of view.
I don't understand your point of view. You're okay to kiss me, and you're okay to spend that sort of time with me, but you're not okay to like me in any other way. Is that correct?
I'm not free to.
Also immediately looks at Luran's ring finger.
No. That's not what I mean.
I don't understand. I can't understand if you don't tell me.
Let's get to shore instead. Let's calm down from this. And we'll have another conversation. I promise. I'm sorry. I don't know why I went behind the barrels. I shouldn't have. Ishan wasn't I didn't plan that. I don't want you to think I did.
But I was kind of happy when you were there. Also, we'll stand up.
We need to go. I need to check on the ship.
He kind of pats Luran's shoulder.
Wait in here for 2 minutes.
He lets go. Is that because you don't want people to see?
No.
That's fine. He opens the door.
No, wait a minute. Stay in here for 2 minutes, please. Promise.
Fine.
He opens the door and goes out, and you wait in the dark for 2 minutes. And then there's another knock Luran,
He peers through the keyhole again.
Luran just opens it enough for his hand to go through and passes through a clean set of clothes for you.
Ulster wordlessly takes them and shuts the door. And his hand is trembling a little bit. Sound.
Yes. Luran goes up to the top deck, sees you counting your monies.
One platinum for me.
1 for me.
2 platinum for me. 10 platinum for me. 1 for Luran.
1 for Luran.
Oh, hey!
Piles, sits down and says, I hope the bigger one's for the ship.
Of course.
Of course.
Oh,
We've got some new crew members. Obviously, they're under observation.
Who are they? Why are they so beautiful?
I don't know, but they did successfully bring the money in. But I have told them that they're sort of under watch, and if they put a thing wrong, they will be either thrown in the brig or chucked overboard, depending on how we're in the mood for. But if they prove themselves, then they can become a member of the crew and receive all the benefits that they're in.
Tonight, just to be
Yes, I think that's fair, and I think they would understand that. I don't particularly want to have my throat slit whilst I sleep.
Luran sits against the side of the boat.
What's
and he
wrong?
Just says, I shouldn't. Ulster and I didn't have sex. I just want you to know that.
Okay. And why is it important that I know that?
I think I've upset him.
Cass stops counting the money, and that's how you know that he's got her attention.
that's how you know she's taking it seriously.
Because up until that point, she was still being like, 2 for me, 1 for the ship. She puts them down, and she leans forwards onto her elbows, and she's like, what did you do?
And then he explains.
What did you do?
And why?
Very handsy, very kissy,
He says he liked you. From the little that I know of this man, boy, prince. We'll stick with prince. That feels better. But from what I know of this prince, that seemed like quite a big deal for him.
Yes, I can't.
Why did you say no? Can't? I didn't think that was a word in your vocabulary.
Shut up. Look.
making
He's
too many
probably got some fiance back in the Maasai.
Broke off an engagement.
I know he had an engagement before. His parents will pick someone out for him. I am just going to be a distraction for him, and whilst that would be nice for me too, I'd love to carry on with him. I don't want to do that to him. I don't want him to gain feelings and then be forced to choose between whatever we are whilst we're together and disappointing his family.
Both.
Counterpoint, he's already away from his family. I wouldn't say disappointing them. That seems mean. But he is not doing as well as I think they expected. I don't know what they expect of him. Either way. Did you say he broke off the engagement before?
He did. Or it was broken off.
So he already has some sort of say in who he ends up with. And yes, that may not end up being you. But don't you deserve
I don't necessarily know what I
a little
want.
bit of fun? Exactly.
Yeah, this is not.
So why?
Yeah.
I think if
But
he
why do I feel
wants
guilty?
you,
I feel guilty like that. So I know.
did you
for a
say?
fact-
Did you? But when you said no, did you say why? Did you explain that this was the
I
reason?
wasn't free to.
Okay,
I'm not
that
free.
implies that you have got someone in the wings that you're about to marry. Not that you're not free to because you think he's going to have to make that decision at a later
Did look
life.
at my ring
Technically,
finger.
you're very free. You're just worried
I'm
that
an
he isn't.
employee.
Sorry, what did you
He's
cut out?
paying me for a service. I don't want him to think he can just use me like that either. That's not part of the deal. I specifically said that in our letters, which you definitely read.
I know I did. I read them all, obviously. I was there as you wrote them, just like sitting behind you, like. I think you're being stupid. Do you? What is it you want?
I don't want anything.
That's a
Something
lie.
casual, something easy, something that doesn't make me think. Make my
That's a lie.
chest hurt.
That is such bullshit. You think you don't want that.
That is such bullshit.
But I disagree. I think that is what you want, but you're scared of it. And I've never known you to run from a fight.
Why did I come to you?
Because I give
What are you
great.
doing here? Go do some work.
Right.
I pay you.
I am working. I'm
Tell me.
tense.
Luran just slowly leans towards the larger pile and starts sliding it towards himself.
Cass, like, sleight of hands, tries to get like at least 10 or 20 and be like, that was for this conversation. I gave some good advice.
I am working.
Thanks.
As your therapist, apparently.
Look, I understand. Believe it or not, we're very similar. And I also don't look for deep connections because it hurts. I'm not saying that you should go into that, but I don't think you should say no. One, because you're afraid, and two, because you're afraid of the decision he might have to make in the future. All hypothetical. You don't know that's a guarantee. And it seems foolish to not have a little bit of fun and enjoy each other's company. Because let's face it, the tension is not going to disappear suddenly. It's going to keep being there. So I think you should rethink, personally. I also quite like him, though he is a bit foolhardy. Maybe that's why I like him.
I do like him.
Haha!
I did say that to him. But obviously not the foolhardy part. Just, I know what's coming. I know how it's going to end. I just feel like if I...
Trust me, mate, you really don't.
Do you, though?
Yes.
How can you know?
I know.
Do you have powers I didn't realise?
Yes,
Interesting.
I have many powers.
Tell me, who am I next fucking?
Ariel, he points at
Ariel.
Pretty sure.
I'm just going to go to the new Bible.
They've got a weird,
Yeah, to be fair.
bisexual kind of energy to them. But that's not the point. What I was going to say is I can't help but feel I'm stringing him along. And I don't want to do that to him. I don't want to hurt his feelings. Not when I'm his first anything.
I think that's very noble. One, how do you know you're his first anything?
He told me.
Oh,
And
Cass is like, oh, the little baby. Cass is literally like, oh, he's so cute. I just want to like squish his cheeks. I understand, and you shouldn't do anything you don't want to do. But I think the difficulty is you actually do want to. I think, did you explain all this to him? Or did you just say...
We said we weren't going to be alone together anymore. I don't know if I explained it very well. The room tonight. Okay, I will explain it to him tonight, again.
I think...
But how do I say it without making it sound terrible?
I don't think it sounds terrible. I think these fears are valid. And it should be up to him to choose whether he wants to go. open communication is the best. And then that way, as long as no one's leading anyone on by subterfuge or deception, unless obviously, because I do like lying in the grand scheme of things, but not when it comes to my sexual partners, unless they're into that. That's something different.
So I'm like, wow. So glad I gave you for advice. Well, on that note, he stands up, go do some work, and he takes the rest of the money that he gathered up, and is like, the build is
Okay. How much did I? How much did I get
5,000.
from
5,000 and
5,000? Very nice. Cass like puts it in her pockets and she like goes away with a bit of a swagger and a bit of a jingle, and then she starts shouting orders and helping the crew fix the ship and get everything going.
Astra, Sparks, the two of you in the hammocks rest up at last after.
Nah, Astra
About
goes straight to
3
work.
minutes.
Y'all start smelling the smells of breakfast coming up.
Oh, sick. Okay,
I'm gonna
well,
drift
Hell
towards
yeah.
you drift towards breakfast.
How
But
did you
Astra and
sleep
Sparks, you
enough?
guys are together when Ulster
Okay.
comes to find you. Same set.
Bluey's covered in flour.
Bluey is covered in flour, making brekkies. Astra's making brekkies. Baz, do you want to come up here?
A very sleepy Sparks covered in flour.
Ulster opens the door. He's got slightly red eyes. Hello.
Oh,
Can I
Oh,
roll
no.
like an insight check?
Are you injured?
No.
In the heart.
oh.
Shot through the heart, and you're to blame.
That's a 22 on insight.
Love, a bad name.
Yeah, that's a 22 on insight. Is this from tears or like salt water?
It's tears.
Astra like stops, like puts whatever like they're working on down, and it's like, oh honey, what's wrong?
He sniffs and kind of comes into the kitchen. What are you making?
Scones.
Yummy.
I'm covered in flour. I assume that it's scones.
Yeah.
Breakfast food.
Can I help?
That'd be lovely. Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it. He picks up the dough and starts rolling.
Oh, it's a secret. Well, I
It's
don't
not
know
a
about
it's just
Sparks, but I won't tell.
not a secret. What would you do if you liked somebody and they didn't like you back?
Sometimes I've thought about this. I'm not sure.
He smacks the dough down. Or if they only liked you for your body.
I think for a moment Sparks is like, "Oh, if someone liked me for my body, that'd be pretty." And then she's like, "Oh, no, actually."
Do
Sparks
and Astra both have this like just brief moment of blushing? Like, well, I'm pretty sure that is definitely the case in some places.
But what if it's not just that? What if they just don't? What if they don't want to like anything else? Because it's easier to like a body than a person.
Well, then they're cowards, and they're not really worthy of much more than just your body.
But what if you like them as a person?
I think that's what counts most importantly. So are you giving up on this endeavor, or are you going to pursue it?
I don't know. He's kneaded the dough so thin, it's like paper.
Oh.
Mm.
It's not how you make bread, sweetie.
I think we're
I
making
don't know what
flatbreads
scones
now.
are.
I don't know what scones are.
Sorry, did Astra say something?
Yeah, I think we're making flatbreads now.
Okay.
We'll have
Good or bad?
little breakfast tacos.
Okay. I'm not giving up, but I am also, he holds up a finger, I am being respectful of others' wishes.
But also respect your own boundaries as well, you know.
Mm-hmm. And what if you were sharing a room with this? And he keeps going on with these very obvious hypothetical questions.
I would
as
offer
they
to
make
share a
breakfast.
room with you, but I don't think you're going to enjoy my bunk. It's with everybody else's.
So I'm going to stay where I am. He starts rolling again.
What would you do if you're sharing a room with this person? Maybe you should chip. No, I'm going to stay where I am.
No, I'm staying where I am.
What if they went out of the room?
What if it's their room?
Well, I
okay.
assume it is their room.
Hypothetically.
Yes, of course.
What
I
if you
don't
still
know.
had their pajama shirt and you didn't know how to give it back without it looking really awkward and it was wet?
Darling, do you
What
want
if
to
your
give
undies were wet
me
too?
the pajama shirt and have me return it clean and dry?
He pulls a sopping wet silk shirt and puts it on the table. There.
Astra just kind of shakes it out and it's like instantly like dry and just in like one very, very slick movement just has it folded and rolled. Just
Beautiful.
Could you please return that to as a proxy in Luran so we can give it back to whoever it belongs to?
I absolutely can return this to whom it belongs. She just makes this like very intense eye contact with him. Like, I know exactly who this goes to.
Also starts smacking the dough. Is this what you do?
I cannot make bread.
Well, it's getting flatter.
Shara is sort of in the kitchen as well, preparing some of the more rationed ingredients, and she's watching you like, oh my god.
I think it's good. He grabs a knife and starts cutting shapes into it.
Jesus Christ. She stops you. Give me the knife.
No. And thus it continues.
I mean, as long as, you know, we're having a little bit of, we have some sort of rations for breakfast. A bit of creative expression in the kitchen's not a bad thing.
When people
Shara looks at you and is like, excuse me, this is my kitchen?
when people come in, there's just a mangled.
And you're so right. And she just keeps going. I'm like, also, who am I to stifle your creativity?
Right, so can I set the scene for when people come in for breakfast?
Yeah.
Come in, and Shara's got you prepared these beautiful rations on the little delicate plates, just how Luran likes it. And then there's a big plate. At least you think it's a plate. It could also be a chopping board in the middle.
Or it could just be bread.
Or it could just be burnt bread. And piled on top of that are all these little shapes of dough that are slightly burnt and slightly raw at the same time.
Oh.
And also
Nice.
is covered in flour.
Can I just say, when we wrote the book, I had also burned some bread in one of the initial chapters. And what some of Lily's feedback was, I don't think he's a bad baker. I don't think he's a bad baker.
Yeah, no,
This is
I
game
wouldn't
canon.
say he's necessarily a bad baker. I would say that he
Bad
is
baker. He's an angry baker.
he's a
He's
stress
preoccupied.
baker. So he's not paying attention to what he's doing. And
He's got
just
emotional damage
stress.
right now.
Stress
Exactly.
bread.
Imagine if your crush was like, no.
Cass is going to come in and she's going to like look at the burnt bread, look at Brian, and then look at Luran and be like, "See what you've done."
Cass,
Oh, no.
Cass will also see Astra, who's just like a
Cabin to
shrug.
sort out the stuff. Luran isn't there with you. He's taking his breakfast in his cabin to sort out the extra monies and do the banking. And then he's going to come to breakfast in about like 20 minutes, he would say to you.
I grab the best looking bread and put it on a plate for Luran.
Oh.
Like,
Actually, Cass is going to swap out the best looking bread and give the burnt.
no, the
But
second
I'm
you come
also-
near, he starts hissing at you. No. I put effort into this one, the most.
Okay. He also likes this, and she's going to slide over a drink.
Okay.
Off you go.
Did you
Fine,
want the
I will.
shirt to take with you?
I mean, whilst I'm there, I might as well. He puts it over his arm and runs off.
Okay. You're going to his cabin.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Apparently.
So you go to the cabin, apparently.
We can't be alone together. Knock, knock.
Knock, knock.
We really wanted to see what happened with Allstair and Luran, so we just kept pushing them back together.
Go back.
And all three of our
Fix
heads
it.
like peek around the corner as he's about to,
Yeah.
you know.
Knock on the door. Luran says, "Come in."
Also comes in with the breakfast.
Oh,
Hi.
did you bring a chaperone? I'm joking.
And leave the door open.
Probably for the best.
He kicks it open. This is breakfast.
Cat, you bring the cat to sit outside with her own bit of bread, like delicious.
Also puts the bread down and the drink. Yeah, that's for you.
Shara changed up the menu. He picks up the bread and just kind of like nibbles on the corner. It's actually not bad.
Good. Nice.
Also, I've been thinking, and he kind of puts his hands together and twiddles his thumbs. I think
You don't like it, do you? Never mind. So, yeah, what are you thinking?
right. And he pulls out some of the money. I think we need to divide this equally amongst you three. Obviously, Cass will get a cut as well, because he did so much of the legwork. However, and he picks up one single piece of platinum. I'm going to deduct this from yours. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because you're silly.
Also kind of pushes his platinum back towards Zoran. I owe you money anyway.
Okay, that's a better example. Basically, Ulster, here is my worry is that this. You act very rashly on instinct. And don't tell anyone your plans. So, oh my god, Lily, look, you asked me to scratch him.
No!
Is that what you wanted?
Raz wants to be brushed.
Ulster. Oh my god. This is just
So
Luran is brushing a cat whilst all this is happening.
Brush himself. Yeah. What about this?
Come on. Oh.
Baby.
Got it. Okay.
Thank
There's a bit
you.
of gunk, but it's all over his eye. So, Luran says, look, I want to just reiterate to you, putting yourself in danger to try and help other people, it actually can be worrisome for me, because my whole job is to keep you alive and safe.
Mhm.
And I also was concerned for your well-being.
Were you concerned about Mum's Spell's well-being?
No.
You see, I am, though, because I don't think we should kill people when they aren't a threat to us.
A lot of the people on that ship survived. It was Edge who kind of didn't let them on. They should have had lifeboats.
But
that's standard practice.
we could have waited and maybe given him some warning.
Who?
Mum's Vespald.
I suppose. I mean, he did also have a boat just then. But you're right. I'll consider that next time, Holster. Because your input is important to me.
Mm-hmm. You're talking strange.
I'm your captain.
Can I insight check Luran?
Sure.
24.
He's trying to be professional, you feel.
Mm-hmm. You know I'm not your crew, right?
No, technically I'm yours.
But
if there was really something you wanted me to do, Ulster, you could command me to do it, and I would.
well, I can't really because you're not a subject, and also I'm not a king, so.
But I am subject to your parents in the hierarchy of things. If you wanted to take control of my ship, you could. If you wanted to commandeer my assets, take my bed, my clothes, anything, you would be able to do this.
You really think that?
Yes.
Commandeer my ass.
I want to commandeer my ass.
Have I like that? First of all, I would never do that. Second of all, I don't have any power over this vessel.
Luran opens one of the drawers in his desks, rifles through, and pulls out. First of all, you recognise to be your letters to each other, all of which are very well read. And then beneath that, what appears to be a deed of contract. You do, actually.
Also, will snatch it and look at it.
That gives you extraterritorial power over me. Ordained by your parents. My crew, my assets, everything.
When did you sign this?
Before I met you. Before we'd even contacted each other. I'm not free. To act exactly as I wish.
Can I scrunch the paper up? I don't want this. I'll have them nullify the contract. I don't need power over your assets.
Over your booty.
Just your booty.
You'll want it.
Why? He actually looks upset. Why do you think that of me? Aside from what we said before, why do you think that of me?
Do you think that if I wasn't here, you would be able to achieve all that you wanted to achieve? Find your friend, rescue her, build a stable life, and then return to the Messiah without outward interference, without my help. Perhaps, if it wasn't for this situation with Edge and whoever is trying to come after you, we found ourselves in, you could. And I would happily withdraw this. You will need my help. My protection. My magic. And if I do this, well, the Messiah will sponsor my endeavors.
That's the real reason, isn't it?
Yes.
How much is she giving you?
Enough. More than Edge was bound to pay.
It doesn't even matter what I was carrying. You're not bound to me, you're bound to my mother. You correspond often?
No. She sends a pass. Einstein. It goes to your apartment.
Then you should know I have no intention of going back. Once I find Shu, I'm not going back there. And no amount of money or promises from them or crown will make me. So you can collect whatever you want from her. You can take whatever you want from me too, because I don't need it.
What's your phrasing? I don't take.
Ulster pulls the coin purse out of his pocket and puts it on the desk. I meant this.
Don't treat me like a beggar. Take it back. You think I was serious when I was going on about robbing you of your coin? Ulster, did you really think any amount of money that you could carry would be enough to buy this? My services. Me.
I'm not buying you. I'm freeing you of your responsibility. I'll get off the ship at Ironstone.
It doesn't work like that.
I have other friends who will come with me.
Astra? She's wanted. She's a criminal.
So am I, apparently. Someone's willing to pay that much money for me.
And Sparks? A zealot?
Why not?
She'll sacrifice you to her gods. Seriously, I'm not convinced by her. Besides, maybe she's got the strength. Her magic is nowhere near.
And I'll take Mum's Westfeld as well.
You can have.
Then I'll go alone.
You'll die. Or get captured.
But that's the point. It's not your responsibility. And I don't want it to be, because it's obviously something that hurts you. I don't want you to feel like you're being bought. Your responsibility is to yourself and your crew.
You want to buy me out of that contract?
I want to nullify the contract.
Then talk to your mother. I will have no part in it.
Why are you so angry? At least I think you're angry.
I don't know. I'll sleep in the hammocks. You have the room. He gets up.
What did I do?
I want to give you space.
But
You didn't do anything.
I'll leave. I'll go.
Then no one's sleeping here, I guess.
He kind of goes after Luran and holds onto his wrist. Please explain. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to help.
Talk to your mother. If you want to, you don't have to.
Okay. If you want to go to breakfast, they're all there. I'll contact her now.
You brought me a plate, remember?
There's more where that came from, and it's not burnt bread.
You take the bite. I'm going to go onto the balcony. If you need me, I'm just over there.
Okay.
Ash, your service. And he salutes. And it's hard to tell whether he's joking or not.
Well, Also will attempt that whilst everyone's having breakfast, having a good time.
Okay. Meanwhile, because we're coming to the close. Cass, Astra, Max. 3 of you all together. Momsesvald looks at the small pile that you've accumulated, which for a while has garnered the awe of your fellow crew members, but now has only really occupied yourselves and him. And he says, "How much is that?" I don't think I've ever seen that much money.
Is this the money? Is this my pile of money?
Your pile of cash.
Oh no, that's not out and about. That's stashed all over.
Said, how much did you get then?
Enough.
I don't really understand how money works. So.
Momsesvald, I would say I'm sorry for sending you across in the boat, but I'm not. We're on the seas, and you haven't proven yourself to me. And I'm not gonna sit here and say I feel bad, because I don't.
Wow.
But you did do it.
I did.
And for that, you have earned my respect. You didn't get the money when you fled the boat, so you've reduced some of it somewhat. But in my eyes, I think that she's going to put her hand out to shake, but she also knows that, like, she did just basically chuck him to the enemy boat. So she's okay.
Okay.
I think we need to get you trained up a little bit, though, because there were some things. For example, the fact that you did it, I respect it, but you should have fought me a little bit harder.
Okay. I mean, I was just kind of going along with the plan. Sparks, were you about to say something?
Look, if it's worth anything, I felt sorry for you.
If it's worth anything, I would have been upset if you died.
Meanwhile, in the background, Astra's just like cleaning up after like people and just doing
hold
the
on.
work that you know that they're here on the boat for.
As you are all kind of cleaning up, you start to see through one of the portholes the shoreline come into view again, and you're encroaching upon dockside. As you imagine, Ishan has commanded, being in charge of equipment, etc. on the ship. After a attack such as this, it's only customary for you guys to stop, take a recce of what cargo needs to be dumped, and look for any ship repairs. And you are coming down past, let me just have a look on my map, see here. Okay. Just sort of south of Brohad, there is a small, very, very small collection of homes, which is just a fisher town. And it looks like there's a moor there you can pull into and tie off. And as you guys feel the sort of ship come to a stop, all the crew goes top deck and begins to tie down the boat and ferry cargo up from the lower deck, the hull, and up to the top deck so it can be inspected. Luran makes his way out of his cabin and starts, along with Darius and Ishan, going through each box and throwing out anything that is no longer in sellable condition. However,
Is there
just
any?
because it's not in sellable condition doesn't mean you guys can't have a little pick through.
Oh,
Now,
I was
Happy
going to say,
days.
is there anything that we can, salvage to return to sellable condition with a little bit of magic?
Well, you can. If you offer that to Luran, then he will happily take on your
Absolutely.
services. 100%.
Absolutely going to offer that to Luran.
Cass is
But
going to see what
he
she
also
can
has
just
this.
take.
He also has the ability to do to repair a lot of these items should they need mending. But if there's something you want to assist him with, he would take you up on that.
Awesome.
Now, there are a few mundane items. First of all, Luran likes to travel with a lot of fabrics, textiles, and other kind of items in that same genre. So thread, yarn, embellishments, beads, that kind of thing. Just because he has a vested interest in clothing, making clothing, and selling that. And unfortunately, a lot of these fabrics are now riddled with salt water. And he says, I can't make anything out of these, but if you want to take these for your own uses, he just kind of throws a pile of fabrics onto the upper deck. Have a search through and see if there's something you like the look of.
I will take him up on that offer.
Is there any silk rope?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cass takes some of that and she's like, that's enough for me. Thank you. Next.
Is also going to come up and help with the cargo.
Also still in Luran's cabin for now. He wants to do something.
You guys see as he kind of pulls something out, there is a little box of pre-made clothing, which looks like Luran's already made and transported. There's not too much of this. But he pulls out a silk, kind of like a sort of cotton white shirt with pink pearl button embellishments. And just a very nice, neat collar. And he just holds it for a second and says, I'll hold on to that one. And he just pops it to the side. And with a little dries it off. Still a little salty, but better than nothing. Now, in terms of magical items.
Cass is just racking it up this game, in full inventory.
Okay. Cass, I would like you to roll me a D100. Anybody else who wants to, also please roll me a D100. I just know you 100% want to.
94.
94. Ooh, okay. Cass, Luran says there is not enough servings in here now for me to actually be able to sell this on to someone who might want it. But I know this is kind of your thing. Potion of poison?
Ooh, okay.
The glass is chipped, but the liquid seems intact.
Oh.
You can add that to your inventory, and it should be in the magic items that you can put in there. What?
29.
29. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, with a 29, you're going to get a potion of clairvoyance.
Whoa.
With the same kind of deal, but Luran looks a little bit more sheepish to part from this one. So what do you say to him to assure him that you are the right person for this to go to?
Remind me what exactly clairvoyance is. Is it like
Divination.
prophecy sort of? Okay. I foresee that you're not going to regret this decision.
Right. I'm just filled with confidence, brimming. Please don't use this for anything salacious. It's kind of illegal. Oh, I guess I don't really care, but that's one thing. It's a little bit of a line.
Salacious. Why would I? Okay.
Astra, are you taking anything interesting?
55.
55. Ooh, okay. With a 55, you're going to get your hands onto a second level spell scroll. So, let me have a look here. I need to pick a spell.
Would you like me to roll for it?
Sure, yeah.
What should I roll for that?
Let me think. How many D&D classes are there in terms of... No, that's not going to be a good way to do it.
13.
Yeah. Okay. Game rules. Spells. Okay. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Roll me a d10, please. And if you get a 10, roll again.
And 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Then next, you roll me a d4. Oh, sorry, no, not a d4. Two. You roll me a d8, and if you roll an 8, roll again, please.
I have 5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nice. That makes sense. And level is second. Okay, let's have a look.
Just in case no one saw it, I sent a slight content warning in the chat.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Right. This is a spell scroll for Scorching Ray.
Nice.
Can we roll again? Also, I feel like Cass would have taken some stuff for Brian. Can I roll for Brian? Or can Lily
if
roll?
you're doing that, Luran will
And-
say, Luran will nod in the direction of the shirt that he took, which is folded up, and he'll say, I'm putting aside a pile, so anything you want to give him, put it there.
Okay, shall I roll or does Lily, do you want to roll?
I'm happy for you to roll.
Okay.
You guys can, if you want to roll one more time, I'll
7.
7.
7 for Brian.
Is going to get a potion of greater healing.
Probably going to need that.
Anything
Yeah.
else?
I'll roll twice for Brian and then I'll roll again for myself.
Try this to my inventory now.
Yes.
5.
5. Another potion of greater healing. Maybe you want to roll again?
Oh. Yeah, let me roll again. That's a bit boring. 67.
Okay. He gets a bag of holding!
Hey!
It was
Hey!
really tattered, and the man was like, look, I was really not sure whether I was going to sell this one anyway, so
Suits
okay.
Ulster.
I'll roll again. I'll roll again for myself. 52.
52.
Not about my inventory.
This would have been potion of stone giant strength.
Nice.
What?
Potion of
what?
stone giant strength. It makes you really, really strong. All right, is everybody else content with one, or would you like 2 items from the reject pile?
I think Astra's fine with just the one, just because the rest of it is going to trying to fix what is salvageable.
Sure thing. Okay.
Did you say storm giant or stone giant?
Stone giant stone.
I can't see. There. Got it.
I got a bag of holding. It's my turn to have the bag.
Luran nods approvingly at all of this and says, don't take anything that's not damaged and without my permission. Cass,
That means
you're in charge whilst I go and sort out staying the night here, potentially.
Yeah. We need to stock up on supplies, so I'll get a list together and send that out as well.
And he jumps off the ship. Louis, Spark.
Sparks would go after any sort of fabrics, non-magical fabrics that have a molas gleam to them.
You can make yourself a pretty nice cloak actually, if you want.
Patchwork cloak.
With like
Ooh.
different fabrics. It would look pretty cool, like a shimmery one.
Ooh. Yes, very good.
Okay, cool. Right. As this is all happening, also you hear the sound of events, ruckus and movement up above deck. But you are below deck.
Yes.
What are you doing?
I think Ulster's conversation with Luran really upset him. I think he wasn't really sure what was going on. He wasn't sure why Luran was upset. And he didn't know what to do to make it better. So I think he takes some time to just kind of try and calm down, but he's not doing very well. So I think he's found himself the coziest corner of the room, and he is sitting down, and he's got his head between his hands, and he's just trying to calm. And then he'll shakily get the mirror out and put it on the floor. And he's going to try and contact his mother through the same way he did his father.
Okay.
But he has something he wants to do after that, because he's not going to use the mirror for that.
Sure.
He's just going to wait and see if he can get in contact.
Scrying.
Last time he just reached out with how did he do it last time? Hold on.
It would have been scrying, I think.
He wants to use the scrying on someone else.
Okay.
So what can you do?
Because you have to pick one.
Okay. In that case, he will not contact his mum, because his parents are the last people he wants to run to when he's in trouble. He is going to take the necklace off from around his neck, which has the piece of purple gem on it, settle that on the mirror, and he's going to scry on Cruel.
Okay. Specifically looking for Cruel.
He's trying to reach out to Cruel, yeah.
Okay.
Any kind of contact he can make.
Sure. You try to reach out.
I think he's just muttering like, please, please, please.
And your vision kind of blurs for a moment. And instead of Luran's cabin, you are in what appears to be a kind of warm, wooden, kind of very simply furnished room that resembles that of a tavern. But not quite the same as the one you saw before.
Mm-hmm.
This one has no like overtly like gaudy or remarkable furnishings. It does, however, have a window which looks out onto kind of a green, grassy landscape, which is very typical of this part of the world.
Okay. Can also try and reach out to Cruel in the same way he did his father.
Through the scrying spell, because you had the mirror previously. I think it's a slightly different thing.
Okay.
You can't actually speak to the people you're scrying on. You can just watch them.
He will hover around in the hopes that Cruel will notice that he's there.
Okay.
And try and figure out where he is. Because I think at this point, he feels like he is a burden and he wants to be able to leave the situation that he's put Luran in.
Cruel kind of looks up for a moment and looks around. Hello? Roll me. If you're watching me, I'm not in the Messiah.
Also just kind of twiddling the gem in his hands now. He's very upset he can't quite break through.
Natural one on his. Oh, I'm afraid. But narrows his eyes and he says, or not. Ulster. And he smiles. It's been a while. Are you watching me? Is there anything you want to say, even though you know he can't hear you?
He can't hear him. I think he just acknowledges, yes, it's him. And he wants to know where Carol is. He wants to get out of his situation. He wants to free Luran from this.
You're looking for me. You'll find me in, and then there's a crash at the door. And Carol stands up as the door is thrown open, and you see city guards from Ironstone coming in. And he, fuck. Forgetting you for the moment as he falls back out the window and vanishes. And you're scrying. And
Also kind of gasps as he comes out, and he's just like, Ironstone. And he'll gather all of his stuff back up. He'll leave his purse on Luran's table and write a small note for ship repairs, and then he'll go outside. And he looks like he is very set on continuing to Ironstone. He doesn't even look at the stuff on the side. He's like, are we going?
you above deck now?
Yeah. He peers over the edge.
I don't know.
You can see Luran talking to a fisherman below.
How far are we from Ironstone?
I feel like I heard we hadn't gone too far from Brohad, so I don't know, like a day or two on the ship.
Why the sudden rush?
I just think it's better if we get this over with.
Can I insight check?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I insight check Brian?
Well, he's been very
Yeah.
upset. His face looks quite...
11.
19.
I don't know why. Okay, maybe after you get an idea that he might have had a fight with Luran.
17, I think. No, 18.
I'm going to roll a deception check. 19.
Okay, what's the highest roll?
I got a 19 deception.
Just so you know, with this kind of thing between players, if someone doesn't believe you,
Okay.
but
That's fine, that's
choice,
fine.
Yeah,
I'm not forcing anyone to not.
I know. I love you.
I know.
Some people will still choose.
Yeah, he's acting a bit odd.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, he's acting a
Cass
bit
got an
odd.
11, so probably
Yeah.
doesn't get much.
Yeah.
As for the reason why, I think that's more so what he's trying to cover up.
I think Cass just assumes it's what's gone on between him and Luran.
Luran will look up and catch your eye or stare, and then shuffle slightly and then climb back up to the ship. Right. Ulster, this is for you, and he passes you a pile of things.
Thanks.
It's alright. It was going to be thrown away anyway, so I just wanted to give them to you. Anyway, so. Right, for the rest of you, I think, personally, that you, and he points to Bluey, and he points to Astra, can no longer be considered as, let's just say, expendable assets. Welcome to the crew. Ulster, you're already part of it, so that's by the by. But thank you for all of your assistance on the seas. Cass, meh, you took my money. No, you don't get a compliment.
How far are we from Ironstone? As the crow
Quite
flies?
far still. We have tried the ship. The ship needs repairs.
Sorry.
My good friends here have offered to do it, but still, I would feel more comfortable if we travelled in a way that is better suited to my personal skill set. I love the sea, I love my boat, I love to feel at home. I do not love camping, but nevertheless, we will travel to a teleportation circle and we will go to Ironstone from there. How does that sound?
How far is the circle?
Kinnersport, there's a temple and an archive there.
And how far is that?
4 days.
No way we can get there quicker.
Well, I can fit 1, 2, 3, 4. I can fit most of us on the carpet, but I need to sleep, so.
I mean, you could sleep, I could drive.
Why the rush?
I could also drive.
Yeah, but Cass could also drive.
I can learn how to drive.
There you go.
Oh my god. We could do it in 2.5.
Yeah?
No stopping.
Okay.
You want to be on that thing for 60 hours straight. Oh my god, wait. 48? That is exactly 2.5 days! Wow, I'm so smart! Okay, I'm done now.
Or we could stop if people get carpet sick
Or need food,
or need food.
shelter.
I mean, I've gone 5 days without eating before, so
And
I'll be alright.
look
That
how
is
you
not
turned
something
out.
to brag about. You should take better care of yourself.
See, Astra's upset. You've upset Astra.
I'm not
Oh,
upset after.
is it a storm, baby? Come here.
Dorish! I love
Come
Dorish.
here, darling. Have you got anxiety? Oh. I'm going to have to go because I need to give her some sedative.
That's okay, don't worry. We're going to
Absolutely
wrap
valid.
up now anyway.
Oh, baby, it's okay. It's all
Right,
right.
we can stop. We can stop when we need to.
Well,
Bye,
in 3
guys. I need to
days.
sort my anxious
Bye,
dog.
George.
Bye, Josh.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
Doris.
you.
Bye.
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 Thank you for the game.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah.
3 days and we'll be in Ironstone.
Also kind of puts the stuff into his bag and sees the shirt. What's this for?
I made it.
Oh,
I thought you might want it.
that's very nice. Thanks.
Foster, and he pulls you aside.
I left the money I gave you before for ship repairs, so it has a purpose. I left a note.
I was cruel to you.
No, it was reasonable.
No. Telling you that after you'd already had a stressful day, you clearly didn't know anything about it. And I didn't tell you it before. The last thing I want is for you to feel like I resent you being here.
No, but you're right. You're right. I understand. And I take this feedback on board. And that's why one of the reasons I'm going so quickly is so that you can be finished sooner and you can get that contract nullified.
Finishing fast isn't always the best course of action.
But we can finish this one fast. Because if we take the carpet, it'll be less days. And when we get to Ironstone, you don't need to worry anymore. Be fine.
I mean, if you want to leave, I can't stop you.
Well,
It is
it's more
my
just
job to keep you safe, so you have to listen to what I say.
you said that you had messaged my friend in Ironstone, Coral. I think I'll go on with him after, since you didn't seem to agree with me going with Astra or Sparks or anyone else. So, he seemed. Also, kind of is like he seemed surprised that I was scrying on him. He knows I'm coming, right?
Yeah, I messaged him for you, remember?
Yeah. Would you maybe be able to update him? Of course, I'll add it to the tab.
Don't say that.
I won't add it to the tab. Would you?
Look, also, when we get to Ironstone, can you at least please just keep me informed of your movements? I don't want to sound like I'm coming off harsh. I don't know how much I trust him.
He's my friend. He's been my friend since I was very young. He practically raised me.
He's an incredibly rich man and successful, despite his track record.
What do you mean?
Just be careful. Come on, let's hurry up, like you said.
But please, could you? Some guards were after him in the city. I think probably the same thing that's happening with Astra. There's someone who wants to imprison people who don't deserve it. Would you be able to just check if he's all right and let him know I'm coming, so he doesn't move on? Inside check, Luran.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
He does not trust Coral. But you know for a fact that he knows him as well. Because he's mentioned that to you.
Also kind of catches Luran's sleeve, not wanting to touch his actual skin. Would you please message him? It's one of the last favours I promise I'll ask.
I'm a bit tapped on magic. I'll message him tomorrow. I promise.
Is there anywhere nearby I could get a message sent?
Alright, tell me, what do you want me to say?
I just want to make sure he's all right and that he knows I'm coming. And if he's in trouble, then to let us know. Or let me know, not you, because I would help him. You don't have to help him.
And Luran traces the room in the air. And
Thank you.
he repeats what you said in his mind, verbatim. Hope you're alright, Coral. Just wanted to let you know I'm coming. What was the other bit you said?
If he needs help.
If you need any help, just let me know.
Did he respond? Also, it's like on the tips of his toes, bouncing slightly.
No. Nothing back.
That's not good.
Probably on the ground, so.
Another insight check?
Yeah.
Not as good.
That was good. He does seem to be being honest.
Alstairs' face kind of drops and he looks back towards Sparks and Astra. What if he's in trouble?
He can handle himself.
Brian's not asking for like our input though, right? Like they've gone aside, so they're not together.
You'd be able to hear vaguely and you would see that Alstair looks very concerned. He kind of looks towards you two.
Astra will approach. Is there a situation?
No. I'm just keeping tabs on Ulster's next port of call. Don't worry, yourself.
Ulster kind of frowns as Luran answers for him.
Can I insight check this like dissonance between them?
Wait, were you asking that directly to Ulster?
Yeah, I was asking that directly to Ulster.
Okay, then he wouldn't have spoken over Ulster. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought you were. I'm confused.
It's just my friend might be in trouble in Ironstone. That's why I'm worried.
Someone I know as well. I sent him a message and he seemed preoccupied. He didn't reply.
Well, he knows we're coming.
I take it we should be making progress for Ironstone in that case.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Mom's Valve. Mom's Valve. From behind the crates, just arms laden with things. Yeah.
Oh.
The water damage. It's so bad.
What has he got?
Cloaks, potions, rings.
You're all right there.
Just never seen anything that's cool.
I mean, I don't think the rings are water damaged.
He looks over at Luran. I'll just put it all back. Yeah, good idea. And he puts it all down and he says, "What did you do before?" And he's like, "Well, he wanted to come to Ironstone.
We're going.
He's like, "Oh, cool, great, okay. Perhaps I will too unlock more memories."
You have any new ones?
Nope. I think I've ever been here.
Okay.
So maybe I'm not a fisherman.
Well, we can cross that off the list then.
He pulls out a very long list.
I mean, you could
Are
always
you
become
okay?
a fisherman if you wanted to start a new life here.
So true.
Yeah, you could.
He looks like he genuinely considers it as you guys all pile onto the carpet and begin your journey towards Ironstone. I do say that's it for now, folks.
That's all, folks.
Drama.
You know what they say, a friend of all stairs is a friend of ours.
It's true. Yeah.
You guys don't know anything.
We know nothing. We're just like, this kid is like, we're just ride or die for this kid.
You guys want to join Carul's crew?
No!
It might happen that way because it looks like that's where we are going.
No. Fine, dude. Who knows?
Alright, guys. Love you.
And I love you, Lily.
Love you. Thank you very much for
Thank you
the
very
game.
much. That was amazing.
Thank you for playing.
Bye.
Hey.
Bye.